What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another random movie review. Tonight we're talking 1989 Michael Keaton Batman. And I've got some of the normal suspects with me tonight. Got my co-host, Slash Jim McSplitter. What's going on?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That was cute.
I got also with me, I got Catwoman herself, Maura Kitty. How you doing, sweetie? And I got a couple of guests with me tonight. Jens, how you doing?
Doing good, JJ. Thanks for having us on that.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, man. Yeah. And Mikey, what's going on?
Hello, everybody. I don't have a special noise. Hello.
There's your special noise right there.
That is your
Your
special
giggle is
noise.
your special noise.
Right.
He's got the Joker kicking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's the giggler.
The
That's
Smilex,
right.
he's impervious to the Smilex gas.
Right. That shit don't do nothing to me.
And last but not least, my friend, my brother, the man with the Van Han star. What's up?
Hello, everybody.
Oh my God, really?
Hello, JJ.
He's
Oh
being
my.
low key. He's being low key. That's all.
Oh, now he gets low key. Really?
Trying to do Danny Elfman.
Record time. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and we're already off the rails. Great.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're doing the Batman music sound, so we're not off the rails.
So JJ, what did we just watch?
God help me. God help me now.
You must have missed the first 2 minutes.
We just didn't we just
So
watch.
let's get
we
the ball
watched,
rolling. Let's get the ball rolling on the discussion,
We
right?
watched Captain Marvel, right?
Oh fuck no!
Oh,
I wouldn't watch that movie again on a dare.
Why did anybody have to go there? Why?
All
That
right,
was
this is
awesome.
all right. This is actually a bait and switch because we really watched Steel. Steel with Shaq. Yeah, that's what we really.
Hey,
watched.
you motherfuckers better behave yourself. I'll invite Rosetta up on this bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dang.
Is the
I can't believe
No,
you said that. Holy shit.
Well, no. She actually streamed today. She ain't streamed in a while, so I popped in today. I said,
I like
"What's going on?" I said, "What's up, Tits McGee?" And she giggled.
Damn.
Well, the teacher said that to try and quiet the class down. That's funny.
Yeah. Got some people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? Got TWTG in the content. What's up, man?
What's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
What's up, me?
Han, you don't.
Down.
What's
but
up, me?
you-
What's up, Han?
Han and Slasher, y'all don't
Yeah.
count. Y'all on the panel.
We don't count. Yeah.
What's up, Bone? Good to see you, man. Thank you for
How you
coming
doing,
through, man.
Bone?
You always do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking Batman. And I do this. Well, I try to do this every week, but sometimes it flies off the rails. But that's okay. Sometimes some movies deserve
Yeah.
that.
I thought it was always different movies. You try to talk Batman every week, or is it different movies?
Every
Yes,
week.
Han. Yeah, yes, Han. We talk Batman every week.
About just this movie too. Just this particular one.
Yeah, you watch other movies, but you talk Batman right after. This is the first time we actually watched the Batman movie.
Yeah, well, welcome to another random movie review. We just got through watching Joe Blow falls off a roof. Hey, man, y'all see that Batman movie?
Can I take it off the rails just one more time and then I'll shut up?
Han, when have you ever known me to have rails?
Well, can we start a GoFundMe to get Moira some headphones so we don't hear echoes anymore?
She's got headphones.
So Han can go fuck himself.
Yeah, hey, sounding good.
Buy him a
I do.
dildo so he can fuck himself, please.
I do lots of times.
Peaches, my lovely Peaches, has headphones. She just don't like wearing them.
Okay.
And besides, to plug them in, I want to be so far from where it plugs in. I don't have a cord that long, and
They make headphone extension cords.
Uh,
Oh yes, they do.
guys, I don't stream enough to really like even get into
Yeah,
that.
you don't stream it up, and when you do now, it's just from your phone. I feel like, all right,
Well,
Yeah.
because I can't take the whole tower computer to like some location where political shit's going on and hope to have a signal.
Anthony, what is going on, man?
How you doing, Anthony?
You interested to get in on this conversation?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey, you better watch out. He might actually play the music for us, which wouldn't be a bad thing.
Well,
but
would it be the Prince portion of the soundtrack or the Danny Elfman portion of the soundtrack? Because I'm
no,
fine with-
no, man. It would be the
I'd rather the Danny Elfman portion.
Back dance.
No, yeah, he needs to do bat. He needs to do bat dance.
Man,
And where's Darius's ass at? I ain't seen him in a while.
Yeah, what is up with that shit?
Check your
Anthony-
DM, Anthony. Oh, that ain't the right thing. Fuck. I'm sending him to YouTube. I'm sending him what he's watching. That's messed up. He would probably say something like, "I go to work in the morning." That's all right. You got a link regardless.
so who here saw this in the actual movie theater
I did.
when it
I
was
don't-
out?
I don't think I did. Not that I can remember. I may have, but
Yeah, I saw it.
well, as JJ will vouch for, I have a super horrible memory, so I may have. I definitely remember renting it at like the video store.
Yeah, but hold on, man. Regardless of your memory, if you saw this movie in a theater, that's something
Yeah,
you
you
should
should
cannot
have.
remember.
be able to remember it. Yeah, you see. Han, you're
No,
only,
no, I'm. Hang on, guys, hang on. No, I'm being serious.
Han's younger than me, which I was surprised when I found it out.
Oh, maybe
Well,
that's why.
Well, no, I'm being completely serious. Which in 1989, I don't think.
I would have been 10.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's exactly what I was. Yes, 10 years old.
Yeah, it would have been something you definitely wouldn't have forgotten. But I understand with the memory issues, you have sometimes hard time remembering things. But I'm being serious, guys. I'm not trying to dog on him about that shit because there is times he asks me like 4 or 5 times in a week. Hey, what time is what?
Well,
I don't play around about that shit.
I guess I could specifically remember this because of the way my dad and I went to go see this movie. He just came up to me out of the blue about, maybe a couple weeks after the movie had already came out. And summer vacation, I'm 10 years old. He comes up to me, says, "Let's go to the theater and see Batman." Just like out of the blue. We didn't plan this the day before or anything. I'm like, fuck yeah. Right? So, Mike knows the theater I'm talking about, the Whitestone Theater.
I like how Mike.
Yeah, he
looked
did
up.
a Brady Bunch
I
right
like
there.
how he looked up.
did a
like,
Brady
oh,
Bunch
yeah,
right
okay, I get it, brother. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to donate for the car fund here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Go ahead, keep talking. Go ahead.
So,
What's up, Danny?
Danny, what's going on,
what's
brother?
up,
Good to
comic
see
chat? So my dad decides we're gonna go see Batman on this random summer day. We're not taking a bus or a cab. We decide to walk there. And my father decides, hey, let's cross this highway.
Okay. Oh yeah,
we
the
crossed
highway
the
that goes.
highway.
Yeah, because there's no way to get to that movie theater without crossing
The
that
hutch.
highway, right?
The hutch, Mike. The hutch. We crossed the
Right.
hutch. The Hutchinson River
La-
Parkway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, buckle up because it's fucking Anthony, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's,
What's up,
up, brother?
Anthony?
What's
Hey,
going
What's
on,
up,
guys?
brother? How you
How's
doing?
everybody doing? Good. Good. Hey, babe. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Anthony. Oh, you were talking to Moira. I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, you're Snookums.
Oh, that's. I just told y'all about my memory. I can't even remember my pet name that Anthony gave me.
Snuggles.
Oh, we do. We do. It's called Handrew.
Oh, don't even get that.
Andrew.
I've got so much shit for that. Don't even get that started again.
Well, you asked. I told you.
I don't need to talk about that on a live stream.
I know, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll be all right. So, Anthony, you seen Batman,
Yes, sir.
of course.
I did. I saw it in the theaters. I was 13.
Wow, bunch of youngins, man.
Yeah.
Bunch of youngins. I don't even remember how old I was. 16, 17, maybe. I don't math well. But yeah, it's one of those movies that you see in the theater, man. It's hard forgetting.
Yeah. I remember, what you call it? Me and my buddy, his mom dropped us off at the local mall, and we went to the movie theater in the mall back when there was only 2 theaters in the mall. Two theaters, I guess you
Like
would
a
say.
double plex or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, twin screen, yeah.
Back before you had like 85 theaters in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's where I saw a movie theater like that. That's where I saw The Empire Strikes Back. Just had 2 screens. Back in the day.
Oh, the theater that Mike knows what I'm talking about, the White Soul. It was huge. They had fucking.
It was huge for then.
Yeah.
Not huge.
Not for now. Yet not for now, but for 80s and 90s, yes, it definitely was.
Yeah.
Okay, Danny.
Wow.
Danny, I was gonna say Danny has a cool memory of seeing the movie for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
Jesus.
always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to Okinawa.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi made you kind of want to go see Okinawa.
Well, no, actually, I like the how would you say it? The Asian culture, Orientals, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. You know, the architecture is just absolutely gorgeous.
Asian girls.
Yeah. Don't say Orientals.
Yeah, that's not very.
Is that not
politically
PC no more?
correct.
You
No,
just said it. You just said
That's
it.
not
so
PC.
I'm not gonna say it again.
yeah, that's not very.
Have you ever known me to be PC? Really?
Could you say lentils?
Hey, I think
That's a food.
Yes, correct.
Technically, so
I
is
think
Oriental.
Oriental food, Chinese food,
Okay.
Japanese steakhouses, Mongolian barbecue.
We said
Um,
we're gonna keep it somewhat on the rails,
and
but you
it turns
just-
into fucking Oriental barbecue now.
Well, this is JJ's fault. Any ramen noodle fan, I'm pretty sure all of us are ramen noodle fans.
Oh, love them.
Any ramen noodle fans, there used to be a flavor called Oriental flavor.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Now it's
The blue package.
now it's called soy sauce
Soy
flavor.
sauce.
Well, Han,
Oh, well,
I don't know why you ragging on me about the ramen
least
noodles.
warning
You're the
people.
one that got sent some ramen noodles.
I wasn't ragging on eBay for ramen noodles. I was talking about the PC part of it is all of a sudden I went to buy ramen noodles one day and I'm like, where the fuck are the Oriental ramen noodles?
All right, JJ. Now we've devolved. Into
Okay.
ramen noodle talk.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna try and do this the way I normally do, or try to normally do it.
Have a good night, Danny.
Hey,
Later,
have a good one, Danny.
Later,
Well,
chat.
I saw the movie in the theater as well, but my experience wasn't as good as everyone else's. I waited online forever. It was horrible. But when I saw the movie, I was happy. There's not much to it. But the line
Yeah.
was long back then. I made my mother take me. Yeah. It was,
How do you make your mom take you? No, your mom wanted to take you. If she didn't, y'all wasn't
Yeah, I
going.
guess you could guilt trip.
right.
Sometimes there were
Why are you looking at
times-
Slasher?
There were times you had to twist people's arms. There were times you had to twist a certain person's arm and be like, "Please take me to see this fucking movie."
Right. You had to plan it ahead of time, 2 months ahead of time, and just keep nagging them until the day. And
Yeah, why?
it would work.
All right.
That's
Could
what I
you
mean.
feel-
I didn't make her take me at gunpoint, but yeah, I pretty much nagged the shit out of her and treated her nice until the movie came out, and then I was a shithead after. But I loved the
Well,
movie.
Okay.
I would.
If you
I
could
would
catch,
think
if
your
you,
dad would have been the one to take you to see that movie, Mike.
What was that?
I would have figured it would have been your dad to take you to see that movie because your dad was the movie.
I think he
buff.
was working something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know it was
Working
just
something?
Yeah, he was
if you
doing
could catch
something.
your parent on the, if you could catch your parent on the right day, enough nagging, they'll just cave and say, "Fuck it." You know what I mean? Like, I'll just take it. You know.
Yeah.
My mom was like that. Like if she was on point that day, my mom could like out stubborn me. Like I would nag and she'd be like, she put headphones on. She didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But like if I got her on a bad day and I was just like, please, she'd just be like, oh, for fucking Christ's sake, and then she'd get in the car. Like,
yeah.
So,
A lot of parents were that way.
yeah.
My dad was a movie buff, man. I saw all the greats back in the day, because whenever he came home, he worked on a tugboat, so he was gone a lot. Whenever he come home, this movie's come out, man. It's like, yeah, we'll go see this. And we went and seen Batman, and he loved it.
My mom was also the type that would actually rather stay home and watch a movie on TV than actually go to the movies. So most of the movies I went to in the theaters was with my dad as a kid.
Right. She rather watch on that 13-inch black and white.
Yeah, you know what?
Back then,
at a certain time, yeah, Mike. At a certain time, she would have rather done that.
Okay.
Oh, no, we were high class. We had a 19-inch.
No, because now obviously movies, a lot of people stay home because they have the huge screens and then they have the home theaters. Back then, there was no home theaters, there was no huge screens. You had a little tiny TV if you wanted to see Batman. Well, first of all, movies didn't come out that quickly. Batman probably came out years after if you wanted to watch it on TV, but you had to go to the movies to see it. It was more of an experience and more fun back then to go to the movies than anything.
Back then, even VHS. I mean, you know the difference now between when movies come out in the theater. Some of them now come out on demand the same day.
Yeah.
Correct.
Even when VHS and DVDs came out, you would wait a year plus.
My father owned a chain of video stores. I know. Believe me, you would wait about a year. It would cost a fortune if you wanted to buy it. But yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
that's why we rented it.
Very rare did.
Anyone till like
Oh,
a year
did you?
later?
My first
Yeah,
memory of Batman is also on. I may have seen it on video at the theater. I don't remember. My first actual memory of
How
seeing
do
that
you
movie.
not remember?
Yeah. Well.
It's medication.
We just went through
That's-
this
it's-
last week.
And you know what?
How did you forget that?
And you know what? I don't remember how he
You
doesn't.
don't remember him not remembering. Come on.
I don't remember how he doesn't remember.
It's contagious.
Because I'm still astounded by it.
You're not remembering 5 minutes ago. He can't remember decades ago. Give him a break.
This was a goddamn classic,
but-
man.
Yeah, but
Fucking know. You should know, dude.
Don't make me phantoms on your ass, really.
It's a
honestly,
Remember 30 years ago?
Honestly, one of the medications I take for psychiatric issues gives me what they call brain fog. So
Right.
a lot of my long-term memory is like really random shit that means nothing, and my short-term
Why don't you
memory is
explain yourself?
JJ will say, my short-term memory, like, I texted JJ earlier, like, hey, what time are you watching the movie? And then, like, an hour later, I was like, where's the link at? And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. He said 7:30, not 7 o'clock. Never mind.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all cool, man. All right. What I like to do on these shows is, the movie we watched, because Anthony, more what we physically do. We get together like 7:30, 8 o'clock, depending on how long the movie is. We physically watch it, then we'll come live and talk about it while it's fresh in our brain. And I like that.
Which is actually, no, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I know you and Slasher thought this up, but that's actually a really cool idea for movie reviews, is to actually watch the movie right before you do the stream.
So you have a fresh take on it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a lot, and it's older. I mean, I know y'all recently been doing pretty much more older movies, so it's a movie that your memory may be different than if you watch it right now.
It's our own form of basically Tommy's retro discussion, except we're just talking a movie.
Yeah. And
Back when
I'm
entertainment
sorry
was still good or not so good,
I
depending on how you look
apologize
at
for
it.
interrupting you and explaining the way your
You're all right.
stream is.
No, it's okay. It's okay. What I try to do is I got like 3 or 4 questions I want to ask, and I like to go around the panel and ask them. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and start with Slasher because he seems to love this shit.
Yeah.
What's your overall thoughts of this movie?
This is my second favorite movie of all time. Number 1 is RoboCop. Number 2 is this.
Oh, RoboCop, that's a good one.
RoboCop. Okay.
RoboCop beats Batman.
Yep.
I
RoboCop
don't-
is my number one all-time favorite movie. Batman is my number two.
Well, Anthony, there's titties in RoboCop.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
good point. Good point. Good point.
All right, it wasn't even the titties. There was actually very minimal. Listen, there was.
He gave you an out, Slasher. He gave you an out.
He's like, it's not the titties
He
though.
really didn't. He really didn't even give me an out because there's like a second of titties in the locker room of RoboCop. There's like 1 second of tits in RoboCop.
And
Yeah,
that did it.
there's-
You got to be like
Yeah.
you got to be like a Mr. Skin enthusiast to be like, yo, there's 2 seconds of tits in the first 3 minutes of RoboCop.
That's a
When
good
you're
one.
10, you
Yeah,
are a
right,
skin
yeah.
enthusiast.
Why am I hearing RoboCop the moment I walk in?
Bone. That's a
There's only-
fucked up movie.
There's only
especially for somebody to take you to when you're
Oh,
still a little
yeah.
A little kid, yeah, his uncle. That's the uncle. Yeah, we're gonna go see Care Bears, and they end up seeing Pet Cemetery.
That just means the uncle wanted to see it, but
Exactly.
But his brother or sister, whichever way that makes him his uncle, was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take him to see Care Bears." In his mind, he's like, "I'm gonna see fucking Pet Cemetery."
All right, Moira.
Listen, when you're 10 years old, a nip slip is fucking the height of a movie.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
of course.
You know, like you're like, ooh, nipple. Like,
Yep,
you know.
yep.
There were probably kids back
Watching
in the
them
day.
fucking French dramas.
There were probably kids back in the day that treated a VHS copy of Sheena like it was a porno because it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if you found it now at a flea market, that part would be like really worn, really worn out. You know how you get the old VHS
Yeah, like
tapes
that.
and certain parts are like really.
You could tell where
fucked
someone
up.
rewound over and over again.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Or Beast. What was it? Beastmaster? Yeah, it was Beastmaster.
Yeah, Beastmaster.
yeah,
Oh,
that's another good
Tanya
movie.
Roberts.
I love,
Yeah.
Great movie.
I
Yeah,
love,
yeah.
I love Beastmaster.
The
Great
funny
movie.
thing is, lately to fall asleep, like I always throw a movie that I've watched 100 times, like on, so that's why I don't feel like I'm missing something. Like I just can like doze off to it. And
Yes.
lately it's been Beastmaster and Batman.
Oh wow.
This Batman right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Right.
It's kind of it's kind of cool because I've done some similar things. Every night I go pick a random DVD and put it in a DVD player and put it on repeat.
Wait.
Yeah,
So
I've-
Anthony, is this one of your favorite movies? Would you put this on
Yeah.
your list of all-time favorite movies?
It is on my favorite. I never numbered that. Like I only ever numbered my top 2 movies. But yeah, it's definitely it's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely. Like just the music, dum 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 dum. You know, like
The music, the look of it was so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
there's a feeling when you put this movie on. A feeling comes over you of like.
It
The,
definitely
For-
does.
For me,
I
it's like there's a comfortable like I don't know, like I don't want to say home because it doesn't remind me of home, but like that,
That
like
cave does.
that
Security.
dark.
Yeah.
Because you're home, you look like you're living in a fun house. I really like it. Dark comics guy. I like that setup you got going. But continue.
It's,
thanks, brother. Thank
it's
you.
the dark,
This
The
stream
dark-
needs an enema.
the dark, the dark grittiness. I mean, from the very first scene of the movie, the dark grittiness is
Yeah.
part of what I like about the movie. It's not like, oh, happy. I mean, from the very first scene, it's like this place is gritty and shady as hell.
Yeah,
The
you'll
opening
turn,
is-
you'll turn a corner and a gun is in your face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the opening scene is probably the best scene of the whole movie, just because of
Oh,
It's-
really?
it has its own feel compared to the rest of the movie. It really feels like it's straight out of a 1940s
Yeah,
Batman
yeah,
comic
yeah.
book. It even makes reference to him killing somebody. You know what
But
I
I
mean?
wouldn't
Like,
say it was. I wouldn't say it was the best scene in the movie. First, I wouldn't say that.
for me, as a comic
I
book kid,
I like the bit where he
Yeah.
grabs in.
What's up, Pope?
All right.
which one did he like?
Who? What?
Is it?
Jen's
That scene where he's like, yeah. I'm just saying where he grabs. He's like, "Who are you?" Batman. So yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's crazy. The guy sitting there bitching in the beginning, right? You got the two guys that are robbers, and the guy that's sitting there bitching with the fucking hat on, he goes, "Man, you want your cut of the money or not?" I swear to God, my brother-in-law looks just like this crackhead.
But he looked like the one with the baseball cap, or the
baseball cap. Yeah.
Not the one with the herpes on his lip. That other dude.
Yeah.
had
Oh, yeah, that
herpes
dude.
bump on his lip.
That
dude
guy looked like he was a real
Oh.
junkie, man. Like they
Yeah.
did a good job on that guy.
It probably was. It's probably like
yeah, they
Tim
chose the
Burton-
real one.
It was probably like Tim Burton's roommate at the time or something.
They had to cast junkies.
It looks
Curtis,
like
what's up?
it looks like they
up,
totally
Curtis?
found that dude in an alley in New York City for real, and it was like, "Hey man, do you want to be in a movie?" And he's like, "Will you give me some crack?" And they're like, "Yeah, come on."
You know why else I really like that scene is because of like the irony of those two characters, because like the herpes guy, they try to show you that he's got like a little bit of a heart, right? He's like, well, you shouldn't have turned the gun on that kid, right? But who gets the worst beating out of the two?
He's the one who gets fucking super kicked through the wooden door.
Yeah, the other
boots his ass through the door.
the other guy just gets bat roped, dragged across the gravel, and like grabbed by the collar, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all he got. Yeah, he got roughed up a little. The other dude got his ass whooped.
A boot through the not ass whoop, but like he gets a boot through the chest and goes plummeting through a fucking wooden door.
Yeah, he was done after that.
We should have watched the whole credits just to see if he was actually listed as
As herpes guy. Herpes mugger.
No,
Yeah,
that's boot,
herpes mugger.
no, that's the
number
boot
one.
kick kid.
Yeah.
All right, Moira, you've seen this movie, correct?
Not in many years. Sorry, I'm looking up human trafficking laws at the moment. Sorry.
Oh
I
my
was really
God.
distracted.
That's super
What?
random and nothing. to
Because
do with
as
man,
governor,
but
you're gonna get rid of it or bring it back.
that's-
Are you
Okay.
seriously
Oh,
asking
who you
that
are.
stupid
Look.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Right.
there goes the rails.
I'm
The
still
rails
going
took a
to
turn,
Yes.
JJ.
The rails
Wait a
are
minute.
Okay, all right.
I think I've
all right.
stumbled across a situation, and I'm
Now
trying
the
to figure out how
rails
to
have been
navigate it.
totally
and I think
removed
it
from the
constitutes
track.
under those laws.
Okay,
Derailed.
okay.
Moira put
I'm
a
going to wait for the
stack of
governor to save the world.
All right,
derailed.
Moira.
Moira put a stack of dynamite on the train tracks and pushed the lever down and blew the train tracks to hell with that.
Off the rails.
Oh, I'm just looking up human trafficking laws. Like what?
Well, yes, well, not just human trafficking
Yeah,
laws,
yeah,
but
we've
certain
got answers,
precedents
though.
that have already been set because this is a peculiar situation.
And she says that, and then the rest of us are gonna be like, "Hey, let's talk Batman."
Batman could be involved.
That's a good segue. That's a good segue.
Right, it works with the whole Batman thing because I'm trying to protect human rights and
Right, I'm
stop
sure he's
bad
against it.
things happening.
Okay, all right, all
I know,
right.
but
That's
there
cool.
is a situation that I've kind of known about for a while, but I didn't know what it would fall under necessarily, and it dawned on me as I was driving home. So I sometimes do my best in driving, my thinking when I'm in the car alone, talking to myself, so you can hear yourself out loud. And it dawned on me that this one could argue that this could be a form of human trafficking. And I was like, let me look this up. And sure enough, other precedents have already been set. I'm like, son of a bitch, why did it take me that long to figure this out? But I have
Okay.
a plan.
Gonna stop
All right,
traffic.
all right, Peaches, darling, baby doll, sweet pea.
Well,
Look away, darling. I'll leave you be towards it.
Well, I gotta tell you, JJ, I'm in the minority here, and everybody's gonna hate me. But I gotta tell you, when I first saw the Batman movie originally, loved it. It was great. Everything was great. In fact, out of all the Batman movies, I love the Batman symbol the best. I love the
Hold
Batmobile
on.
the best.
Hold on, motherfucker, you whiter than I am. How you in the minority?
He meant as far as thought processes.
Yeah, I think
Thanks
he
for explaining
meant.
that, Moira.
I think
I'll
he
get
meant.
there.
I'm
Hold
pretty
on, hold
sure
on.
he meant. I'm pretty sure
Well,
he
when I
meant
say
in the
it-
minority of fans.
Hold your
Fans,
peace,
right.
Mikey. Hold your peace, Mikey. I'll get to you. I'll get
Okay,
to
go
you.
ahead.
Hold it.
Sorry. Okay.
Can you hold? Can you hold it for a moment?
I'm holding that
This
shit.
is already
All
insanity.
right.
30
All right.
minutes.
Yeah. Jens.
Yeah.
Tell me, what was your overall thoughts on this movie?
Oh yeah, great. I remember when it first came out and that. as I say, I saw it on video
Damn it.
because I didn't go to pictures to see it. But yeah, I saw it when it came out on video and that, and yeah, it was like the grown-up Batman, but not too grown-up. That it was like getting blood and that too much and that. But yeah, loved it.
Okay. All right. So no, you know, you pretty much like that movie, right?
Oh yeah, as I say, it was like taking Batman to the next level of like more of the comic, but adaptations in that sort of time.
It wasn't 100% like Batman though. Batman murdered a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
sweet
Batman,
pea.
yeah, but
Fail,
it's,
you cannot change my
murdered a
mind.
lot of people. Batman.
All right,
straight
I
up
got-
murdered.
It was taking us to grown up.
I got to welcome this wonderful lady into the chat. How you doing, darling? It's good to see you.
Hey,
Ain't it
Tammy.
past your bedtime?
Hello, Tammy.
And yes, hon, that is the Tammy.
I kind of
Wait,
I
nah.
wondered and figured that.
That
at the
yes,
same time.
Moira. This is my ex-wife. Yes,
That is Tammy Tammy? Not
Yes,
just
ma'am.
Tammy, but Tammy
No.
Tammy.
yes, ma'am.
Holy biscuits.
Imagine that shit, huh?
Wait.
You know you put the big
Don't-
time when the ex-wife comes to
don't-
This
No,
this
don't.
lady on the screen. This
Don't.
lady on the
Like the
screen
screen?
right here.
Don't say it, Anthony. I know what
No,
you're
I'm not.
thinking. Don't
No,
say it.
No.
no, I'm just saying, did
Don't
you
say
give him like a like on his live stream?
All
Do
right,
what?
so the
Well, like
AJ
you have a live stream, people give it a thumbs up. I was hoping she'd at least
Yeah.
give you a like.
Well, no, she's been actually coming around watching some of the Chaos Central stuff, and
Oh wow.
Awesome.
this is the first time she's been to my channel since I started streaming it over 2 years ago.
So JJ, the rails have
I would call this success.
been removed, right? The rails are gone now, right? There's no.
No.
it's
Trains haven't even been
Trains
invented
vehicle
yet.
at this point.
There's no such thing as trains yet at this point. We
Yeah,
haven't
I
even.
I don't have my job yet, apparently.
Tammy, I'll tell you later on a phone call. I'm not saying it on a channel, but your name was involved in a joke, and the joke kind of went off the rails, and that's
Wait,
all I'm gonna say live.
Named like hers or
La,
like
la,
hers?
la.
It became
Hello.
lore. Like
There are
you
no
are
rails.
All right,
you
All right,
are
everybody.
known in
Time out.
infamy now.
Let's
Time
talk
out,
about
yeah.
Batman.
time out. Okay, I used to hang out with on this channel hosted by a young lady by the name of Mary Mayhem, and you see me wear the shirt.
It's a great name.
Every Saturday night, she does a show called Shenanigans. Okay, a couple years ago, she had all the regulars on. You know, Anthony, you know who I'm talking about. You know, Rob, Tom, Steve. You know, the
Yeah.
originals.
Yeah, I think Fox-
even
I think-
Miss
I
from
think-
time.
I think Fox was there even.
Yeah.
When he was
Um,
loud, he's not.
Yeah, even when Fox was, well, he's back around now, but
Yeah, but
Uh,
that's a whole other thing.
yeah. But anyway, towards the end of the show, there were 6 people. 2 people would pair up and do an improv. Mary would give them a topic or a situation, and you had to play off of it, act it out, however you wanted. And one night, Rob and Tom were doing one, and he had this cow or this goat or something, right? Just something, an animal, and he named it Tammy.
It was his choice.
Yeah, that was his choice.
Okay. I wanted that to be very
And then-
specific.
Then either Tom or Rob, one or the other. All right. This is when I started coming into the picture and started figuring out, because when I heard the name, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, that's my ex-wife's name. This is crazy. Next thing you hear is, oh, fuck that bitch, Tammy.
Them
So
not
it
knowing
became-
about you, by the way.
It became
Well,
the joke.
He's
Why
not
did-
explaining it correctly. No, he's not explaining because I was in the chat on that one, and I remember you said, "Oh, he actually typed, oh, that's my ex-wife's name," just as they said, "Oh, fuck that bitch, Tammy."
Oh, the
Right, so
timing.
Yeah, it was all like timing. Everybody had a big laugh about it, and it became like this joke.
It,
And
You
that-
were
that-
talking
I-
about
I just wanted her to know that.
For the record, I wasn't even gonna. For the record, I wasn't even gonna say it. So we just went through all of that for nothing.
it became internet lore. As
Yeah.
I
you
just
said
didn't want
earlier.
her
Yeah.
to think that
Yeah.
it was his idea to use that name.
Yeah, it was not
It
my
a
idea. It was a
coincidence.
joke. Yeah, it was a joke from someone else.
Yeah, it
Right,
became,
I just thought that would
it-
be better to clarify that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it
Nah,
became
see,
internet
hey,
lore.
yo, guys, if it really was a problem, I'd be like 5, 4, 3, 2,
Feet under.
1, and no, and then my phone would ring.
Oh,
Oh.
hey, the day's
So-
not over yet.
So no, but so I think if I remember correctly, you typed, "Hey, that's my ex-wife's name." Mary read it as they were still talking, so it was like, "Oh, that's back then we didn't call you JJ. That's ex-wife," and all of a sudden Tom went, "Fuck that bitch, Tammy."
Because
Yeah,
you
it was
didn't know
all
who
like-
you were, obviously.
Right? Yeah, yeah. No,
Oh,
it was all. It was
Crossroads,
all. It was all like timing. Like they
It's easy
weren't
to
even.
talk shit when you have absolutely no idea the backstory or who somebody is. This that.
No. He was literally in the process of doing his joke about the goat or whatever it was.
The animal, yeah.
Yeah,
Mary
goat,
read-
cow,
Mary-
horse, whatever.
Mary read his comment in between them talking, and the way like if you were just listening and didn't from that point on, you
But
would have just
why
heard,
would they say-
"Oh, that's Sith's yeah."
Well, why say fuck that bitch Tammy? Why you say fuck the animal? What did the animal do?
I don't remember. That's what you're taking
Mikey.
away from this.
Are we
It
talking
might
about?
be moved,
Oh,
Mikey,
yeah.
do you-
Talking about
do you-
Batman.
Mikey's takeaway.
Mikey, is that? Do you really not know what improv is?
Oh, you okay? I forgot that part of the story. Sorry.
Ah.
Mikey, we
She's
love
laughing.
you.
Okay.
She's laughing
Yeah,
her ass off. So we can go back to talking about Batman.
Back to what we were talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello,
Sorry,
Catherine.
Sorry, darling. I didn't mean to bring you into that. I was going to tell you about that one day. If you're watching me on YouTube, you're going to find it out eventually. So, I'll tell you. That's the story behind it. What's up, What's up, Dave? How you doing, Dee Dee Myers? Wrong, Dave.
Hello.
Wrong Myers. Excuse me. Wrong Myers.
Diddy Myers, what's up?
Dee Dee Myers. I know a Dave. We know a Dave Myers.
Before we move on, I do want to say one thing. I find it both funny and insulting that you guys thought I was going to say that. Everybody's like, "Don't say it, Anthony," and then like have to go into like a 20-minute
Well,
explanation
people
about it.
tell part of the story without giving the proper context. They really did not want hell to break loose for no reason.
Well, dude, it's
Yeah,
JJ's,
she.
it's JJ's
yeah,
channel. It's JJ's channel, so he can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Well, he
Well,
can.
well, that's
if he
the thing,
chooses
but-
to use his words, that's fine. But we didn't want to get him in trouble for something that wasn't actually.
Well, If it
Right,
got
no,
me in trouble, trust me, it would have been the last ride she gave me today. All right.
Oh my!
Yeah, because no, seriously, you got. Well, I don't know if you knew about this, Anthony. I wrecked my car a little over a month ago. So I've been having to. I'm back to bumming rides again, and she's been helping me out, taking me to doctor's appointments and stuff. If I'd have fucked that up, I'd have got my last ride today.
Right. Yeah, no. It just dawned on me. That's why I was just like, wait a minute, you know.
But but it,
Everybody's like, "Don't say it." I'm like, "I'm not gonna
Well-
say it."
JJ, sorry to interrupt, but you got my government name on the screen. You know that, right? You got Michael Batista.
that ain't nobody's fault but yourself, Mikey.
Mike, I've shown you numerous times.
Actually, Mikey, I'm gonna do you a favor, bro. I'm gonna do you a favor right now.
No, I don't know what I
Okay.
want to be called yet. Let's save it. We'll save it.
I know what I'm gonna
decided.
call you. You don't worry about it.
Oh
the giggler.
The giggler.
no! Oh Jesus!
I know. See, I was gonna be.
Mikey the
I was gonna
giggler.
be. I was gonna be nice about it. You know, I wouldn't call him the giggler because
You can call me
Uh,
call me anything you want. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. I could be
That was still pretty fitting though.
Okay.
Mikey derails.
His YouTube name. That's his Twitter name.
yeah.
My name is Mikey Derails because I derail the shit. I usually derail the
Dude.
conversations.
No, you don't say.
Don't
Did you see
say.
Poe's last comment, JJ.
Nah, Poe. It's all good. Ain't no bad shit going on.
Tammy's asking where you're from, Mike.
New York City. Yes.
Bullshit. You live in the Bronx.
Right. Right.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the boroughs of New York City.
Yeah, I live on a borough.
All right, back to what we were talking about, Anthony. Your overall thoughts of this movie?
Oh, I mean, it's an all-time classic. It's by far the best visual presentation of Batman on a screen. Yeah,
I thought
it's
so
not
back
animated.
then.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought
I
so
agree.
back then, but then I saw Batman Begins, and that kind of blew me away.
I still like this
see,
one.
No, I know. There's a lot of people that don't like Bale. I really get that. But it's about time. Where the fuck you been? Damn, son.
Darius, what's up, brother?
Come on up here. You got the link. Even you've seen this fucking movie. But anyway, yeah, I know people don't like Bale all that much, but to me, it showed the real darker side of Batman, where Keaton tried to take it. I don't have a problem with Keaton at all. Don't get me wrong. This is quite far my best representation, my favorite representation of Batman, and next to Heath Ledger, my favorite representation of the Joker.
I think I like the Cesar Romero Joker better than the Heath Ledger Joker.
Well, he's the original. You can't beat that.
Well, my favorite is Nicholson. I'd say
Yeah,
number
I'll
2
play Jack
Cesar
Nicholson.
Romero. I'd say number 2 Cesar Romero.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you got
I find
Jack
Heath
Nicholson.
Ledger, I find Heath Ledger Joker very overrated.
Get out of here.
I find it
Go ahead.
very overrated. That's what I'm saying. I find Heath Ledger. It was
No.
all right. It was a cool depiction, different depiction of the Joker, but just
Okay.
wasn't my thing. Mike, remember, I also grew
Yeah, I
up
played
reading
Jack
Batman
Nicholson.
comics. I grew up reading
I know,
Batman.
but yeah, I'm not looking at it from that point of view as somebody who
Yeah, I
compared it to the
know, I
comics.
know.
I'm just looking at it as entertaining. What entertains me
Yes,
more?
I know exactly what he's saying. I'm just
Right.
saying, like,
Yeah.
my personal taste. Yeah, actually, the whole thing about the Dark Knight, I like the whole Harvey Dent thing better than the Joker thing.
Right. Yep.
True.
I think Jack Nicholson was the best. He did the
All right.
crazy but funny. He had
He
the
was
best combination,
fucking
I thought. But I am a Jack
He
Nicholson
stole the
fan, so
He stole
yeah.
the show. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Hey, RoboCop. Wrong show.
What up, Darius?
Hey, Derek.
Nicholson is the best Joker.
He
Yeah.
stole the show.
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
movie.
Though I do like Ledger's. I feel like Ledger's. I think Ledger contacted Jack Nicholson to get
I'm saying
pointers on how to play the character.
I'm not saying
And,
I hate it. I'm not saying I hated it. I just thought it was a bit overrated. Is what I'm saying.
I think Ledger. I think Ledger took the Nicholson version and brought it into a darker place. I think that's why I appreciate it, because there's a lot of Nicholson's Joker in Heath Ledger's Joker if you actually go back and rewatch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even rip off that scene with the Batwing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They rip off that same scene with the Batwing.
Mm-hmm. And the one piece of advice that Nicholson told Ledger was, be careful when you're getting into the character, because sometimes it's hard to get out.
Oh boy.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then after that movie is when he started
after-
taking those medications, because
Yeah,
He was there. He was there.
yeah.
and unfortunately, he found a way to get out, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Nicholson tell like Michael Keaton or someone to let the wardrobe do the talking or do the acting?
Well,
On,
Michael
in
Keaton could
Batman?
barely move in that goddamn Batman costume.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah,
was
you
sitting
see it
there
in the
like
movie
morning.
when he's looking around. His whole fucking body's moving.
What Mike's doing right now? Look.
When I wake up in the morning from a stiff neck,
Yeah.
I gotta back out of the driveway.
I like it. It makes him look more sort of relaxed, as in like, yeah, I don't have to fucking do too
It
much.
also makes him look creepier too. Makes him, kind of makes him look creepier.
Yeah, I could see that.
And the eyeliner.
Well, that's because it's
Oh, you
unnatural.
didn't really
It's an
have the
unnatural movement.
You didn't have the
Yeah.
eyeliner though.
He had eyeliner.
Yeah, he
The
did.
scene when he's
Yes,
in
he
the car
did.
and he's staring at her and she's looking to the.
All right, but all right. He had eyeliner, but he didn't have like the black paint that everyone puts under their eyes.
Yes, he
Now.
did.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
He
he
had
did.
something there.
No, you know how you know he did, because if you go back, because it's the same.
I'm gonna go
wardrobe
find it.
and-
Hold up. No, I
But
got
No,
you. I'm gonna
the
find it.
same- the
as
same-
dark as Christian Bale did it. As dark as Christian Bale
Yeah,
did it.
go back. Okay, 'cause the same people who did the wardrobe and makeup for Batman did Batman Returns. And if you go back and watch Batman Returns, the very last scene when they're in the sewer and he's talking to the Catwoman, and the camera's on his face and his eyes are all black and like normal.
Oh, okay.
And then he rips the mask off. But before he rips the mask off, you see a glimpse of his face with the mask, and then he doesn't have it. It's like a continual. A continuous
so it's like
Continuity
error. Continuity error. Thank you. I couldn't
Continuity
get the
error.
word out. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely had a shit ton of black paint on his eyes
But
underneath
in
that
this
mask.
one,
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
one, not that much though. Not as dark as the Christian Bale shit. The Christian Bale ones, he was like a Kiss member under the fucking mask.
Well, probably because it's more high def, and like the contrast was better. I mean, you're talking about a movie made in 1989 where like
Yeah. I know.
there wasn't
I know.
high definition and contrast,
that.
so like
I know that.
like the blacks in Batman Begins look super black because the contrast is turned and saturation is turned all the way up on the film. Plus the filter they throw over it.
Also, I've only probably seen Batman Returns, maybe 1.5 times or 2 times max in my life because I didn't like it.
You know, like I love Batman Returns.
Really?
Love Batman Returns. Love Batman Returns.
I can't stand that movie. I think I've only seen it twice.
Dude, Batman slaughters like half like the cast in like the first like 15 minutes of the movie. Well, I shouldn't say that. No, the first 15 minutes of the movie is like the whole baby penguin drifting off. But after that, like he slaughters like half the cast of the movie. Lights a guy on
Alright.
fire, shoots him with a machine gun. Well,
Drops
the
that,
back.
Alright.
that grenade ball that destroys the whole factory.
All right, there you go, Slasher.
Oh,
You
okay,
see his
here,
wa-
yes, in the Batcave. Yeah, in the Batcave. That's right.
No, when
only in
he's
the
got
back.
this outfit on, he's got this black stuff around his eyes because the holes are so big.
But I think they
the
did
scene
that
when they were headed
for
to the
the Bat-
Batcave, when she's looking at him, you could clearly see the eyeliner.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like it's not like he was out there fighting
It's like
with
goth
the
Batman.
eyeliner.
He fought with eyeliner.
He fought with eyeliner.
He
What,
absolutely
in the
fought with
alley?
eyeliner,
In the
100%.
I
alley.
mean,
When they were in the alley?
Well, how
everybody has-
small could they
picture?
make those eyes on the suit? They have to put eyeliner to kind of like, make it look better. It's
But I'm
weird.
saying he didn't always have it. Was what I was saying. Like
No, he didn't always have it, right? When he was at dinner eating soup, he didn't have it.
it.
All right,
Yeah,
moving on. Moving
the
on.
long table.
it's one of the,
Long ass table. Pass the salt. Pass the salt.
yeah, but the eyeliner is one of them where it's like the masking like tight enough to go right to the eyelids, so that they do
Exactly
that.
right.
But they pretend though that the suit does go all that way. So when he does take the mask off, it does look like he ain't got eyeliner on. Or that's because it's what we're filming with his mask off.
Well, I
You
think
mean,
it's
you, mean,
also
you,
like-
mean, you mean towards the end of it when he rips it off?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
in
that's
Batman
what it was
Returns, yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess it was
yeah, but
also depending on
same
where they
thing.
were shooting it, like what part of the studio they were shooting it in at the time. Like, okay, he's in the dark in the Batcave right now, so we're gonna put the eyeliner on him and
and
Yeah.
I
make it
think,
look more ominous. You know?
well,
Like,
and I think part of it,
Yeah.
as he was just saying, is they didn't want to make the suit so tight that he had a hard time seeing. So they
close
made
his
the
eyes
eye
and
holes.
shit.
Yeah.
Say,
Yeah.
say, my eyes can't close.
all right. So they
So they made
sacrificed,
the holes bigger, but then
So
they put the
they-
black.
and then they
underneath.
sacrifice his neck
Bigger hole.
for everything. This motherfucker is walking around like he's wearing a halo, like
Yeah, but-
the neck brace, the halo neck braces. He's like the whole
I
time.
thought it was
he's
good though.
up and down.
I
Okay.
thought it was good because it makes Batman look like he's got a right big neck, where Michael Keaton didn't have a real big neck, but when he
I got
the suit
when it finally gets around to me, I got something to say about that because I thought it was thematically impressive. But let's keep the train moving a little bit the best we can.
Choo choo.
What you got, Anthony?
It's the scene at the end of Returns.
See, he does have it on there.
Yeah.
I'll skip around. See,
You're right there. See?
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
but watch what happens
yeah,
here.
like-
I really did.
Watch
I
what
like-
it's like costume department. Where's the baby wipes?
Yeah, he's got baby wipes in the cheeks.
Watch here.
Fat wipe.
She definitely has eyeliner too.
Oh, it's gone
and-
now.
Yeah.
It's my series is
Oh.
gone now.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Disappeared.
moved it, yeah, so you can't see it, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what they did? They wiped it off. Baby wipes.
Bad editing.
Good
You know what
editing.
they did.
No,
I think they just said fuck it. Like I think they were like fuck it. Like how are we gonna? They didn't have CGI to CGI the black on, right? So like
Tim Burton was obviously on his way out the door too because he never came back after that.
And his mask is so
so
impractical.
none of
He has
this-
to literally rip it off.
Yeah, he tore that shit
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So they didn't have any
Yeah, but
CGI
you-
then? There was no
but-
CGI in this movie?
But before
Right.
that scene came up, you know that mask there's more to that mask than what they just showed.
Yeah,
They made it to where he could rip it off.
It was perforated.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was made out.
Well, yeah,
of,
because
it was made out of fruit by the foot.
well, if you remember from the first one, because again, like this is the same costume that he had on in the first one. It's the only movie where they actually have the same costume in both movies all the way through.
Interesting.
When
They couldn't afford to make two. Okay.
what you call it, when you see him getting dressed in the first one, like he puts the whole cowl and cape is one piece and it goes over and then he locks it into place with the emblem.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I guess like if he doesn't want to sit there and have to go, hold on one second, you know what I mean? Like it's just easier to rip the shit off, you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
I think
let's keep.
like a thingy tribute
Back on track.
to Mission Impossible where he rips like the face off.
mhm. Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah.
All right, Han.
Han?
What was your overall thoughts of the movie?
I
Or-
love the
or do you-
movie. This is my Batman and my Joker. I mean, I like Jack Nicholson's playing of the Joker because it was the perfect combination of dark and gritty, but also kind of a throwback to the Batman TV series where he's like goofy and all that stuff compared to like Heath Ledger's Joker. To me,
Okay.
and, I mean, other than, as you said, the stiffness, I mean, Michael Keaton's just always been my Batman. Like I said, my first memory of seeing it, because I can't remember if I saw it at the movies or not, which we've already discussed that, was spending the night at a friend's house, and there was a local chain of video stores where I grew up called Roadrunner Video, and I remember my
Me.
friend's mom renting that movie and getting popcorn and us watching Batman, and it was super fucking cool, you know.
Yeah,
But
be about 20 copies with all the Batman sign on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it was,
I got me and a guy that I grew up with that lived 4 houses down from me. If we ever wanted a movie, man, Blockbuster was like half a block away. We'd walk up there, grab a movie, come back, hang out, spend the night, watch a movie. It was fucking awesome times, dude. I've
turn
seen
it
a lot of great movies.
this was like a very city specific video chain that was only
Yeah.
in that city. And it
We
was
used
a
to have just,
long
like-
time before I ever rented a video at Blockbuster. A long time, because
We used to
at that time everybody rented from Roadrunner Video.
Yeah, we used to have like random mom and pop video stores. Like there was the one I could ride my bike to, and then there was another one like down the highway more. But like they were all different. Like they were all just random mom and pop video stores.
Mom and pop place.
I got a classic one.
The mom and
I
pop
got a-
places I like better than the Blockbusters.
I had a
Yeah.
classic one for the longest time before we got Blockbuster. I used to rent my videos from 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah.
Super random.
I don't remember
And-
they did
and-
that.
And the
Yeah.
I
thing
didn't know that
about-
either. Now they do it with a red box in front, but I don't remember 7-Eleven ever renting.
Man, fuck a Redbox, man. There's apps on TVs for Redbox now. You ain't even got to go to the damn box no more.
Well,
Right, no, I
and
understand, but right.
The,
I don't
the
know-
thing about mom and pop video stores is they would stock movies that places like Blockbuster wouldn't
have.
stock.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you got to see like really
Like
obscure.
Blockbuster
Well,
was
yeah,
but,
they-
no, but even with regular movies, any movies that were over the top violent or over the top sexual, like
Jim
Blockbuster,
Jameson.
would
Peter
try,
Buff.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And
Blockbuster
the
wasn't
big
having
change.
no.
And then
Well,
big change would
Blockbuster-
get rid of
Even like
films.
obscure movies like Blockbuster wouldn't have, but a mom and pop place would.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Roadrunner
Right.
Video did have
Toxic
the curtain in
Avenger.
the back, and as a
Yeah.
teenager, you would try to like peek through the little crack in the curtain because they had the
Oh,
special
the little
area.
beaded. Oh, like everywhere I went to,
Yeah.
the video stores were beads. they had the beaded door.
My father owned a mom and pop chain, 2 video stores, and I used to work there. We had the beads.
I know,
And the
I
one
remember
time I
that.
snuck a VHS porn home, and then the next day some asshole tried to rent that same exact one. It wasn't there, and my father busted me for taking it home. But yeah,
What are the chances of that, Mikey? Really?
Right? You picked that specific one.
it must have
Like,
been a
what?
popular one. But whatever.
Was it good?
Yeah.
It was okay. I thought
the mo-
I could, because I only worked 3 days a week. I figured I would get there the 2 days after to return it before someone would attempt to rent it. But whatever.
No
Alright,
releases. Yeah, that's
The-
probably
the mom and
released,
pop-
isn't it?
The
told
mom
him
and
I
pop shop
misplaced
by
it.
me had the saloon doors, like
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
nice.
Yeah.
I want to say it may have been curtains, but I want to say that's what Roadrunner had was like the saloon doors.
We just had the beads.
Mm.
It was a bunch of beads coming down in the link chain, and you had to go through the beads.
I
And,
remember
then,
I went to.
and here's how it always goes: someone would walk in, look at the action section first, look at the sci-fi section, drama. They would just
Oh,
work
yeah,
their
you
way
went
right
so
into the
hardcore.
porn.
You went
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
you-
what's
you
back
had-
here?
Hey,
you
what's
had
this?
to-
What's
yeah, you had to linger about to look
You have to
cool.
linger a
You
little
couldn't-
bit, so you didn't
Yeah.
go straight to the porn,
you
right?
couldn't go like far to
Yeah.
right past
The
the
weird-
bead.
The weird thing was, I was 15 working there. I think at the time, maybe even younger. And I remember that what would be weird is that the room was small. It would be weird when 3 people would go in there at the same time, and they're looking at only a wall that had 4 or 3 actually, 3 walls. But it was ridiculous.
And,
Are you
and
gonna
they're
take
all,
that one?
And they're all trying
That-
to not make eye contact.
Right, you don't make eye
Well,
contact in those places, right?
Well, the funny thing is that you don't think that through, right? Because what's worse, going there specifically for a porn video or going to a rental store and wandering around and going, hey, you know what would be good tonight? Porn. Like having the thought in the store, right? You know what I mean? Like I think it would be worse to have the thought while you're in the store because, what triggered you? Going there
Oh,
specifically for it.
I had
I
another.
No.
I had another
remember-
Batman memory, and I'm pretty sure everybody here will remember this is
Right.
renting the
Batman parody porn.
VCR. No, renting the VCR from the video store
Mhm.
so
Bought
you
it.
could watch.
I bought it when this came out. When this came out, we bought it. this is
You could
This is
rent
one of two-
a
this
VHS
is one of-
machine?
this was one
Yeah,
of two.
yeah. The video.
Oh yeah,
store
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
I don't
you
even
could-
remember
you
that.
could rent-
We didn't
you
rent
could
those.
rent-
No,
could
you
rent-
used
and
to
it-
be
it
able to rent
came in-
video games.
It
Dude.
came in like a big
Yeah, the video
plastic.
shop.
Did you have to give
It
a
came in like
deposit?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
would-
yeah,
Yeah. Well, Mikey, back in the day, man, with these rental places, now I have to go to the chain to do this. Blockbuster, man, you could rent a VCR. You could rent at the time. This is how far back it went, and they progressed as years went by. I've rented personally. I've rented a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I rented video game systems. too.
I remember
Don't-
the.
I
I remember.
rented a Dreamcast.
I remember the first time I ever played Sega Genesis. A friend of mine rented a Sega Genesis from
Brought it back.
a video store.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure there were people who wouldn't bring them back, but
Well, they would
get
just lose that
penalized.
deposit, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But some
And the
people,
deposit
you know,
was usually the deposit was normally
not as much as the system.
either half the purchase price or 3/4 of it.
Exactly.
It was a high deposit.
I think you had,
Yeah, you just couldn't rent there anymore.
You
Like,
Yeah, that's
so
it.
you had to have like a rental card so they had your address, but it was when they moved, wasn't it? That's when they used their rental card.
I remember, like, if you rented a Sega Genesis, you got 2 free games that you could pick from
Well,
the video
yeah,
store.
you paying so much for the damn system. Of course, they got to give you something.
Yeah, they would.
I
give
rented the
you
machine.
this-
Who's renting the games?
And it always, the VCRs, the game systems always came in like this big plastic black briefcase looking.
But here's the drawback to that. Okay, this is what Blockbuster did. They give you 3-day rentals. That's cool.
Okay.
Movies, games, they give you 3-day rentals.
Right.
Any machine you rented was only one night.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, how long could you rent the consoles for? One night.
One night.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
night.
I'm gonna keep the game
Okay,
for 3
see.
nights, but I'm gonna. I see what
Yeah.
they're doing. You have to rent it for 3 nights. If you have the game for 3 days, you might as well rent.
The one I remember renting was Atari Jaguar, and it came with it. It was a shitty system, and it came with the shitty game that came with the console. But we also rented Wolfenstein, and Wolfenstein was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
the
Wolfenstein was
Atari
alright.
Oh,
Jaguar, the
yeah,
Atari
that's
Jaguar,
a great game.
the
Wolfenstein
Atari
was a great
Jaguar
game.
controllers suck balls, but
Alright.
Wolfenstein was fun.
Yeah, it
for
did.
But one thing about
Wolfenstein-
Blockbuster, do you guys remember there was another big chain that was competing with Blockbuster? Do you guys remember
Hollywood.
which? Hollywood Video.
Hollywood
right,
Video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hollywood Video. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I just wanted
Okay.
to know. I couldn't remember.
All right, Mikey.
Oh yeah, and look, I'm gonna
It's
get a lot
fine.
of.
It's finally your turn, man. What's your overall thoughts of this movie?
I wasn't chomping at the bit, but I just wanted to say, basically, that I am in the minority in this because yes, when the movie first came out, loved the movie. Don't get me wrong, Batman, great superhero movie. There wasn't many superhero movies at that time, so anything that came out was like, oh wow, love the movie, and they did a great job with it. I like Michael Keaton as my favorite Batman. Yes, I like the Batmobile as my favorite Batmobile. The Bat symbol, great, and the Danny Elfman soundtrack, great. But if I compare it to overall entertainment as far as Batman movies go, I do pick the Heath Ledger Batman over this one. And only because and look, it does hold some sentimental
You mean
value
the
with me, but
Christian Bale one, not the Heath Ledger.
not the
one.
Heath
They
I think
say-
Ledger,
he's
right?
talking.
The Heath
the
Ledger
Christian
Joker,
Bale
right?
series. I'm
Right,
saying
right,
like
yes. The
Well,
Dark
they-
Knight.
He's
the
talking
Dark
about
Knight.
he's talking about Dark. He likes the Dark Knight specifically over Batman '89.
Yes.
The Joker. The Joker.
Yes, the Joker and the movie with the Joker in it. Yes, I do like it better. The movie itself, but the actual original Batman movie. Yes, don't get me wrong. Jack Nicholson was great in it.
Yeah.
There's nothing with the acting was great.
Mikey.
It wasn't.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Real quick, dude. You ain't got nothing to worry about because I feel the same way.
Yeah, not
Don't
taking
get me
anything away
wrong.
from that movie.
But Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, okay, epic pairing for this movie, no doubt about it, okay? But for a newer rendition of Batman, okay, someone else's own little... This is what I have to say about Henry Cavill Superman. It was Zack Snyder's rendition of Superman. Okay, of course it wasn't going to be the same. It's going to be a little different, a little off. Michael Keaton Batman, number one, you got it. Just like Christopher Reeve Superman, number one, you got it.
Yep.
But as far as any other live screen Batman, which we've had Kilmer, we've had Clooney,
Jokers, idiots.
They
They didn't do a good job.
to me, for a modern day Batman, Christian Bale pulled it off because I like the deepness and the evilness and the darkness of it.
I like this. I agree.
It was somebody else's rendition. So I kind of had them. I hold both of those movies kind of like side by side, tied. So I kind of feel like you do.
I think
Yeah.
Christian Bale was a better Bruce Wayne than a Batman, and I think the opposite of Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton was a better Batman than a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, look, I think Michael Keaton did a good job with both, Bruce Wayne and Batman as well. And I'm not saying anything about the Batman movie. I thought it was a great movie. If we want to talk about the movie itself, not compare it to other movies, yes, my review is I love the movie. 2 thumbs up, great movie. But if I have to go back, which I seem to do this sometimes in these reviews, and I compare crap, but I do like that the Dark Knight better than this one. As far as my overall favorite Batman movie, I'm assuming that everyone else besides me and JJ think that this one is their favorite Batman movie of all time, of course, right? Right? I guess
Well, no. As far as all-time favorite, this is it. This is the Batman because I grew up watching Adam. Listen, I grew up watching Adam West on TV. I already knew about the Joker and Catwoman and the Riddler. You know, I knew about these villains. So when this movie released, and I saw this, man, I flipped my wig. I'm like, yes.
Well,
yes.
I want to. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
No, no. And it's just the one thing that blows my mind about this entire movie. Michael Keaton is what, 5'4", 5'5",
and makes
he
a
is short.
awesome goddamn Batman.
And they make him look like he's 6'2", 6'3". You know, I love. Yo,
Michael
Well,
Keaton, 5'9".
Well, here I want to touch base on what Slasher said. He said that Bale makes a better Bruce Wayne, and I'm gonna respectfully disagree, but I'm not gonna say that Bale was a bad
You're
Bruce
not going
Wayne.
to say he was a terrible Batman. You would say that he was a better Batman than a Bruce Wayne.
No, I would say I'll put it this way. I think Keaton was a better both, and just as equal and strong as in his role. And I would say Bale was just as equal and strong in his role, but Keaton was way better at both. But here's the thing. I think Keaton made a better Bruce Wayne personality wise, but I think the Nolan movies gave Bruce Wayne more to play with in that. Like
the standoffish type. As a
he made him a little more edgier.
Like you saw it in the comics. Like when he went out in public, he had to put on this persona of the Playboy guy. They didn't give that to Keaton as much, but you got to see his. That you got to see him.
She didn't even know what the fuck he looked like. How did she come to Gotham City not knowing what the fuck Bruce Wayne looks like in this movie?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
As much as I love this movie and all, it does have its faults. It does.
Because Bruce Wayne is a billionaire. Yeah, of course. How do you not know who this guy is?
In the Nolan movies, though, they gave him scenes to work with, like when he jumps in the little pond in the restaurant with the two strippers. When he gets to play drunk and have to kick everybody out and be like a belligerent drunk.
So he could have his fiery mansion fight with Ra's al Ghul.
That was great. That was great.
So they gave him like those scenes to be that quote unquote fake Bruce Wayne that you got to see in the comics sometimes, where they didn't really. You got to see the real Bruce Wayne in the Burton movies, because those quirky moments where he was just being Bruce, that was him just being Bruce, that, you know, like Alfred got to see, that eventually Vicky Vale gets to see, you know what I mean? But we never got to see him play that, like, pretend Bruce Wayne.
It almost seems like we didn't see much Bruce Wayne in this original one, where they elaborated more into detail on the other movies. It'd be interesting to see the time that he spent as Batman and Bruce Wayne, like compare them. But yeah, he wasn't Bruce Wayne much, and when he wasn't talking that much either. But yes, I agree.
And yeah, we also saw zero training of how Bruce Wayne as actually able to fight
at this
good
point,
as Batman in this.
Okay. All right, well, no, they went. You know, that's fine though. I don't mind that. I mean, I love the movie. I'm not saying if I have to, the review, I like the movie, love the movie, but yes, as far as entertainment purposes and not comparing it to anything from the comic books, I do like the Dark Knight better. Yes.
Are you sure?
Hello? Yes, 100%.
And you know what? Speaking of Clooney,
Clooney,
if they were going to do a reboot of Batman 66, he would have been a perfect replacement for Adam West.
You know what? You're right.
There is no good substitute for Adam West.
No, but I'm saying, like, if they were going to get someone to play Batman as goofy as Adam West did, he'd be perfect.
Because if you think about it, he's the only one. He's the only one in any of these movies that never changed his voice, just like in the '66 TV
Right.
show.
Yeah, Adam West had that one personality, that neutral Bueller personality. Even though he was trying to crack really crazy jokes, it was just funny because he would keep a straight face. I never seen him smile, but I don't think Batman smiles anyway.
Fucking calling Robin chum every 5 seconds.
Burt Ward.
Right. Right, but you know what I'm saying? Like in Batman and Robin, they didn't disguise I guess Chris O'Donnell didn't do it in Batman Forever either, but Batman and Robin didn't disguise his voice. He talked like if he was Bruce Wayne,
doing this.
That's the one thing I couldn't stand about Bale's Batman was. I was like, what is he saying? I don't even know what he's. And it got worse with each movie.
You know what? The best was in the fucking in the third one when Catwoman does the disappearing act on him like he does to everyone else, and he's on the roof by himself and he goes, "Now I know what it feels like." Like, you don't have to do your
That's
fucking
a whiskey voice if ever I heard it.
You don't have to do your voice, dude. Like,
and I gotta tell you, there you go. Out of all these TV series where they do like a prequel to how they become the superhero, like I was never really big into Smallville, even though I love Superman, but I loved Gotham. I thought Gotham was a fabulous show. Great.
Fabulous?
Yes, however you want to characterize it, but it was very exciting. Did you Dark Gift Comics guy? Did you see Gotham?
I saw the first 2 seasons, maybe the third.
You gave up on it.
Yeah, at that point I gave up on all TV. I stopped watching all TV shows. Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, this is Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony, this is Mikey.
Hey, Anthony.
That dark
Anthony,
gift guy.
No,
that dark gift guy. Yeah, it's like whatever.
That's all right. We actually met briefly once before. I think Slasher.
I was on a stream at his house, Anthony.
Right? Yeah.
Was he in that funhouse room? I don't remember that room.
I might have had my avatar on. I might have just had my avatar on.
Mikey.
Yeah.
That's his. That's his office. He's got it done up real nice, but he's a indie comic creator. He's coming out with Hunting Alice book 1, and he's got black lights turned on. He's got 2 black lights.
I was thinking about that when I saw the black lights. You can't masturbate in that room. But yeah, go ahead.
Pinball machines.
That's what everybody says.
You got so many black.
I'm like, well, I got my piano
God,
over there. It's like I did fuck on the piano a few months ago, but
the black light, you can keep playing because you'll know where to clean the stains, I guess.
It's off camera. It's all right.
Are you for real, Mikey?
Tickle the ivories.
Are you for real being real right now?
If I got a black light, I would have to do a lot of cleaning in here.
Never mind.
Let's get to your review. Let's get to JJ. Give us your ultimate review on it.
Because I still got. I'm still on question 1, and we're over an hour and a half.
Oh, that was just one
again.
question for the. I'm sorry.
No, man. Yeah. I got a couple more. I want to ask too. Last but not least,
I'll be all night for you.
the man. No, you ain't waiting on me. Darius, how you doing?
I'm Batman.
Nice.
Coming out with RoboCop Avatar. That's crazy.
I
How
would
you been,
say, I've just been kind of busy, but it's good to see you.
That's cool. Yeah, good to see you too. Thank you for popping in.
For sure.
Yeah, your over thoughts on this movie.
I would definitely watch it again. I know I missed
Maybe
the
one
watch
day-
party with you.
Well, maybe one day you'll be able to make time to hang out with some of your other friends.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
all right.
Shot there. Little shot.
But
I'm not no Friday Night Tyson like that, but
I grew up with Batman, and so this movie was already out, and I grew up with the animated series, and they were clearly different from one another. but it has a good tone. It has a consistent tone. It doesn't break the Batman mythos. And does he kill anyone in that movie?
No.
Because-
Yes.
Yeah,
A whole factory. A whole factory full of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
So
then
it breaks it a little
A
bit.
few punks at the end.
Right.
Well, to be fair, in the first like 12 appearances, or no, I think at the first like 40 issues of Batman, he killed people. Not every issue, but
But by accident or on purpose? Because a lot of times they'll do it by accident. They'll
both.
Even
Yeah,
back when it was just called what was it, Detective Comics or something like that.
Yeah. The original
Yeah.
Batman killed people. Yeah, it wasn't until later they kind of reworked that. Yeah.
And apparently, in the early Batman, he used to take them back and give them a bit of torturing to get like evidence and that out of them. That's what I heard.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and he-
think that the real old Batman.
yeah. Well, he does a little
20s
bit
or
of
something.
torture in Batman Begins, wasn't it? Where he's dangling the guy over the railing. He's
Well,
like, I swear to
yeah,
God,
but-
man.
that was his partner, the falafel guy, but he didn't. He just pretended that he was gonna drop him. He didn't really drop him. I don't think he killed anybody in that movie. In fact, yeah, he didn't kill anybody.
No, I don't think so.
No. No,
Yeah,
Michael Keaton
no.
went in there with a bomb into a building and put his shields on and just blew up the place.
And I don't know how the hell he landed that plane without hitting somebody.
Speaking of the animated series, did you watch the first 2 or 3 seasons of the animated series?
No, I never did. I was never a big animated
If
season.
you watch-
I love
it-
Batman the animated series.
If you watch the first 2 or 3 seasons, it is very close to at least the style and imagery of the movie.
Where'd Mike go?
Okay.
Yeah.
He probably had to go pee. Is that all right?
All right. Well,
'Cause
also with the Batman cartoon and the movie, Danny Elfman did the themes for both of them.
It's the
Right.
same theme song. Yeah, it's the same theme song.
No, it's not. It's not the same exact one.
The original first at least first season, if not both first and second season of the animated series, it's the same theme song. He might have changed it up.
Not the opening credits. Not the opening credits of the movie. I don't think.
You gotta make me. look it
Well,
up.
no, because it's kind of the same. Like Star Trek: The Motion Picture was basically the opening thing for the Next Generation. If anybody ever watched it.
I do remember the cartoon starting with and it may have been slightly different than the movie, but I remember the cartoon.
It wasn't
starting
the
with
exact theme.
Well, yeah, it may have been tweaked, but I remember it starting with a da 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 da.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not to say it wasn't tweaked and different. It sounded though very similar to.
But sorry, I had to step out of the room for a second. So, who was explaining what they like about this movie? Was it Darius? Was it
Oh, it's
Gus?
Darius. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Darius.
Well, and
Yeah,
even if I didn't like the Batman, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, did Jens explain what he liked about the
Yes.
movie?
Yeah. We've been all the way around. Darius is the last one.
Darius has the voice for radio for sure. He sounds like he could be a radio DJ. Love the voice.
He said he
Got a
was.
face for
at one
TV
point.
too.
I used
said
to do
he-
that a long
Oh,
time ago.
right. Face for TV and a voice for radio. Love it.
So, and thank you. But even if I didn't like the movie, which I do, I can thank the movie for the series, the animated series existing, right? Because that returned to like a dark and serious tone for Batman. After the very popular but very campy '60s series, that movie it was well done and it was successful enough that they greenlit the animated series, and that they gave it that noir tone.
And where did the animated series take off from?
What-
After that movie
What's
or
up,
from
Tommy?
the original?
doing,
Like,
Tommy?
where did this series start off from? Did it have anything to do with the movie continuing or no?
No, there's no
No.
It was just
continuity
it
to
was
it.
a standalone. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
JJ,
Right,
share my
yeah.
screen.
Mike, the animated
Did you-
series
did-
had
did-
all
did you
the
get it?
characters.
Did you-
It had
did you,
all the
Oh, I-
villains.
I used to watch
Never.
some animated series on HBO, but it's probably not the same one you guys are talking about. I didn't watch animated series. Maybe I did. I don't remember anything either.
The
Okay.
one I'm talking about was like an afternoon cartoon, like when you would get home.
Yeah,
from
I might have
school.
watched
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I watched
My
it.
memories, Yeah, I
Batman
definitely
the
do. I just don't
animated
remember.
All right, here we go. Ready? Batman. This is the
All right.
original Batman the Animated Series theme.
Already.
Oh
You
Jesus, you're
talk
gonna get
over
him
it,
popped.
or like get, no, well, you talk over it.
Yeah, don't talk over it. Come on.
Dun, dun.
That's why I can get it off screen as
No,
quick
you
as
have
I
to-
can.
Yeah, but you'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, you're
Get
gonna.
JJ
You're
copyrighted.
You
gonna
know,
get
if I could play 10 seconds, he won't get popped if I could play 10 seconds. Stop talking over it.
Yeah.
I can hit for less.
But 10 seconds.
That's the same exact music.
Yeah, but the rest of the theme is not the same.
Yeah, but yeah, got the beginning bit.
It's not the same. I was saying it's not the same
It's derived from this movie.
because it's Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
He could rip himself off.
Yeah, well, they took like.
He's
Scar
totally
out.
allowed to
We
rip
let him get
himself
away with it.
off.
Yeah, but
Alright.
remember that was sort of like the Batman theme because Superman's theme is. Oh, that's
Great
Yeah.
thing. Great thing.
The John Williams.
That was-
theme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Star Wars. Yeah.
Do you
yeah,
have
it's
more
like-
questions for us, JJ?
Yeah, I do. I got like 3 more.
That's
All right, I'm going back to Slasher. This ought to be pretty quick and pretty simple. What did you like about the movie?
What did I like? Didn't I like about the movie?
Did you like?
The whole fucking movie. I mean, yeah. Granted, I was a kid reading Batman comics, and there was a lot of different things compared to what I was reading from the comics. Batman does murder a lot of people in this movie, which is not the.
Oh my
Batman
God!
that I-
Generation Productions. What is going on, man?
What's up,
the
brother?
Batman I-
Good afternoon.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What time is it?
Hello,
Oh, it's still
Generation
morning.
Productions.
Good morning. Oh, good to see
Hello,
you, man.
Generation Productions. And Tommy's in the chat too.
And Tommy's in the chat. What's up, Tommy?
And it's also tomorrow for Generation. It's like
Yeah,
well
yeah.
in tomorrow. It's well in
I think-
tomorrow.
I think he's like 14 hours ahead. I think from us.
He's just like Jens. He's just like Jens. He's from the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which, Jens, what did you like about it?
Oh, well, in your turn, now because what did you like about it, JJ? Oh, yeah.
No, he goes last.
I
He
go
goes
last.
All right. Well, I liked the bit that about the Adam West Batman was like real childish and that, and then the Christian Bale Batman is really dark and grown up and that. Where this Batman is sort of like the in between, where it's like even though he kills people, you don't see him die, and that, and so it's like a bit like not as bad. But yeah, I think it's like one of the great like Batman sort of interpretations and that.
Okay. All right, Anthony,
Yes, sir.
what did you like about
What
it? Same
what
question for everyone.
What did I like best about the movie?
Yeah.
I liked how close to the comics it was, but the way it was a very mishmashed amalgam of like early 30s and 40s Batman comics and some of the like mid to late 80s edgier Batman comics. There was kind of a combination, and just like with the animated series, you never quite knew what year this took place in. You know, because
Right.
the wardrobe was the guys were still wearing hats, but like they were driving around in older cars, but they had
Yeah, the car.
technology. Yeah,
And they-
technology
Yeah.
of
they
today.
had like newer like 80s cars at the same time. Like
Yeah.
in the one scene you see like the limo with the big ass like fins, like a Cadillac limo pull up, and
Yeah.
there's like an 80s like square body.
Well,
You know,
that's
limo right behind
that's
it.
what I said that a couple of times, man. Because like when she goes to the house for the first time, I'm like, look, showing up at Wayne Manor in a Chevy Citation. You know, that was just kind of weird.
Right.
And then he drives off in like in a Dodge Diplomat or something. You know,
Yeah. It was
Oh,
just
when
it
she
was
was
really
tailing
cool.
him?
Like,
Go ahead.
it was really cool. Like how like you just couldn't get you weren't able to pinpoint like, and that we were going for that. They were going for that in the movie and in the animated series. They were looking for that. We don't want you to guess.
It's like
Yeah.
old timey gangster look. It's like a 1940 gangster look.
Right, but with like modern technology, like the
Yeah.
TVs of the time, the you know, obviously the Batcave and the Batcomputer and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like that was all like high tech. But like then he goes out and like he's got the Rolls Royce limo with Alfred's driving him in. You know what I mean? So
Streets of
like,
Fire. Tommy brings up Streets of Fire. That movie's dope.
yo,
Love
Streets
that
of Fire is on freaking Netflix right now.
I love that movie.
I agree.
And yeah, that is the best.
Even,
Batman movie.
even,
This has the best
even no,
Yeah, it did have the best Batmobile. Yeah.
it is the best Batmobile, but I would love to get in the Tumbler and just play in it.
And the best
another thing
Batman
that-
symbol.
oh, yeah, another thing that stayed the same was, you know, between the first movie and the second movie, not only did the suit stay the same, but the Batmobile stayed the same as well.
Yep.
It wasn't until after that they changed the Batmobile like every fucking movie. Yeah.
Well, that's the only thing. That's one thing I didn't like about the Christopher Nolan ones was that they totally changed the whole. They didn't even keep it close to the original Batmobile. They totally
For
changed it.
toys, that.
It looked like a
It was all for
4x4
toys.
Countach.
Because McDonald's was real mad with the company with number 2, where the penguin had green blood and he looked like quite nasty, and so when
Alright,
they did
with
number
those-
3, they had to do
The
all
third and
kiddie
fourth
for
ones
toys.
were taken over by Kenner. Kenner was a huge part of what Kenner, yeah, the toy company. Kenner is a huge reason why those third and fourth ones happened.
They were like Star Wars at one point, man. They were toy movies.
They were trying to basically sell toys. Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't Kenner do the toys for the first 2 movies too?
Well, it was
By '89, I doubt it.
Maybe their deal
yeah,
was
yeah,
different with the
yeah,
third and
but,
fourth
yeah,
movie.
Kenner started doing the exclusive Batman figures in '90, I think.
It was McDonald's off. McDonald's was good.
Yeah, because it wasn't long. It wasn't long. Hasbro took a lot of that stuff off of Kenner because
It was the type of series where Kenner would put out 10 figures a series, and about 5 or 6 of the figures would be different color Batman figures.
Oh, Toy Biz did the original one.
No, Kenner actually did the original one.
he just looked it up.
I
No,
just
no,
looked
no.
it up.
The Kenner Superpowers was the first like action figure size Batman. Kenner Superpowers.
What the fuck?
Kronos, what's up, man?
No, because I have the original. I have the original '89 Batman figure over here on my shelf, and I'm looking at.
the Batman with the blue and the gray. The first one was Kenner Superpowers.
Adam West.
Oh yeah. But I'm talking about for the movie specifically.
Yeah. For the movies, the one with the belt that comes out of him, right?
That's
Yeah,
Toy Biz. Yeah.
yeah, the Toy Biz ones.
Yeah. They did the movie
it
figures.
wasn't-
They did the
So
first.
Kenner-
They did the first couple of movie figures, and then Kenner swooped in and got the Batman license.
I was gonna say they probably up there, said, "Hey, listen, we were doing these toys before the movies. Let us keep doing it." They probably give a better cut. Back to the studio.
Kenner swooped in and got the DC license for making action figures, and then Toy Biz started making Marvel figures after that.
Right. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it was all about McDonald's and all because they wanted more friendlier toys.
That's what I was
Well,
getting ready to say.
Funny about the McDonald's.
I remember getting.
You guys love those
like,
Happy
little
Meals with those
Batmobile
Batman
and-
toys.
Yeah, like the little Batmobile and stuff in the Happy
Yeah.
Meals.
Well, when McDonald's got mad and stopped doing it, Burger King picked it up. So I remember that for the second movie, you could, for like the first like 6 months the movie was out, you would get your McDonald's Happy Meal and get whatever. And then when McDonald's got pissed off and they stopped doing the Batman toys, Burger King picked it up. So for like a full year, you got to go to both places and get Batman toys.
And why exactly they got pissed off? Because of the whole penguin thing? Why'd they get pissed off?
Because it was a darker movie. There's a lot of killing.
Okay.
And,
Oh, give me a break.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the penguin had like green blood, at the end where he gets stabbed or something, and that, and he's having green blood pouring out of his mouth. And I think it was because he bit like someone's nose off, didn't he? And that of someone's fingers.
Yeah, he bit a guy's nose.
But in the first one, he
ate a
killed
raw
a bunch of people.
fish.
I mean, give me a break already.
Well, he killed. I think he killed more in Batman Returns than he did in the first one. Because like that one scene where he's just driving down the street with the machine guns, just blowing people
so
away.
it wasn't about violence. It was about Batman violence because Joker killed a bunch of people in cold blood, just started shooting people. So it was just about Batman being violent, I guess. Give me a break. Man.
Anthony, doesn't he throw that guy? Doesn't he throw that guy from over the top down a fucking?
Yeah, he throws him. He makes him hit the Liberty Bell, and then he falls down.
Covered in dynamite. No, in Batman Returns.
Yeah, he sticks dynamite in his pants and he kicks him and he blows up.
But he did the same thing in the first one. He knocked the guy off the.
It's the big fat bald guy from Over the Top that he throws down the fucking thing with dynamite.
Yes.
Over
Yes.
the Top. That's another good movie, Over the Top.
All
I
right.
think that's another one you should do, JJ.
I would
Did
say
you,
that's
Great movie.
Did you have anything else, Anthony?
No, that's it. Yeah, I just liked how like they cherry picked the best parts of every generation of Batman, and they kind of skipped over like the 60s and 70s campy era of the comics. So it was like very truthful to the comics, but like a mishmash of all the different eras. And then the fact that like you couldn't pinpoint the year was pretty cool. I like that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Han. What did you like about it?
Three things that stick out in my mind is somebody said in the chat, the Batmobile. I love that Batmobile. Second would be, and as we talked about while we were watching the movie, is from the beginning to the end, the grittiness and darkness of everything in the city. Just the whole setting of everything. Even Wayne Manor had a grittiness to it. You know, for him to be a billionaire, millionaire, whatever he was, there was still like a grittiness, even to his mansion. And the third would be Jack Nicholson's Joker. To me, was the perfect matchup of kind of the campy, silly Joker, but yet the evil Joker, like, mixed together.
Right.
Because he was campy and wore the crazy suits and all that stuff and was silly, but at the same time, he was still a horrible, nasty, asshole, piece of crap person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me,
He was the all-time great villain. That's for sure.
yeah, and it, to me, it harkened back to, and Anthony, I'm not a big comic book person, but looking back at like the old school Batman series, how goofy and campy the Joker was in the old Batman TV show, to me it was like a harken back to that Batman, but yet a newer, grittier, not Batman, Joker, combined with like the evilness of a newer Joker.
So you're saying he was just a more homicidal version of Cesar Romero Joker?
Yeah, and you had the campiness, but at the same time, you had a different form of evil and more evil and more over the top, sadistic. So to me, it was kind of a throwback with a new spin on it to make him more evil and more sadistic.
Yeah, you can
Yo,
tell Jack
Generation Productions. That's cool as shit, bro.
I remember they were giving one away. They were giving one away.
Yeah.
Some
I
MTV
saw that shit on
contest back in
MTV.
the day.
Yeah.
I remember seeing one. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it was a replica, but I remember seeing a replica at one of at a big car show, like in the '90s sometime. It was super cool. I'm sure there's a a 35 millimeter actual photograph of me somewhere, like posted in front of the Batmobile.
Oh, he getting all fancy and shit with a 35 millimeter. Okay.
Well, at Six Flags Great Adventures over here, when they first had the Batman ride, they had the exact replica of the Batmobile too. It was great.
Yeah.
They had it right down. Like it had crashed into a pump, and the pump was over with water coming out. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it's a great.
Where did you say that? A Great Adventure?
Six Flags Great Adventures in Jackson, New Jersey. They had a total
Yeah.
when the Batman ride came out. Where the legs were dangling. They had when you're waiting online to go up, the Batmobile was there crashing.
It was
into
right
a
there.
pump
Yeah.
with the water
I
coming out.
worked
Yeah,
at
cool.
I worked at Great Adventure in
Great.
'93. Yeah.
Nice.
Hell,
I worked
what's
in the.
up, Mary?
Hey.
Mary's over on Twitch. She's because I'm streaming on Twitch also. What's up?
Mary.
What's up? Great to see you,
Mayhem.
darling.
But what you call it? Yeah, I worked there. I worked in the games department. I think it was the first year because the ride didn't come out till like a few years after the movie.
Right.
It came out- the movie came out in '89. The
Right.
animated series came out in '90 or '91. I feel like the Batman the Ride came out in '92.
That was always
Even
my
though
go-to ride. My first ride I would go to.
Even though they the second movie had already come out, they based all the
Off
visuals
the first one.
off the first movie because they
Right.
had it in production since then.
Even the music
And,
would play as you're waiting. It was cool.
Yeah, it would they'd either do the theme song or they would play like the Prince soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
All right. Also, was Prince kind of an ill-fitting person to do the soundtrack?
A lot of people love the soundtrack.
For Burton, no. Burton.
So was Tim Burton a huge fan of Prince? Is that why he was?
Yeah, he he was also a big. He's also a big fan of Frank Zappa, so he likes
Also,
all sorts of like weird.
Prince was
music
in his
and stuff like
prime.
that.
He was very popular at the time. You put a guy like Prince in there too. It's like, we could bring some other people that like Prince music in or whatever. Who knows?
Well, Prince also had that Warner Brothers contract, right? So.
Oh, then that's what it is. He had a Warner Brothers contract. Had to be.
Jack Nicholson was getting down to the Prince track, so
Yeah, he was. They were all dancing. They were all dancing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, good,
All right.
good.
Mikey.
Prince.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh, what do I like about the movie? I'll tell you exactly what I like about the movie.
I'm coming to New York. I'm coming to New York just to slap you upside the head. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'll tell you what I like about the movie. And look, I'm a simple guy. When you give me a superhero movie, I'm gonna love it unless it's a real disaster like Suicide Squad or like Captain Marvel. What I like about the movie is that this movie was over 2 hours, right? A little over 2 hours, something like that. And
Yeah,
it was
206.
and it kept me engaged the whole time. There wasn't too many filler things in there. It was action all the way. It was very interesting. Even the scenes where it was kind of like slow when he had dinner with Vicky Vale. It was funny at the long table, and no, it was great. There wasn't anything that had me like, oh God, let's get to something else. And that's what I like. It kept me engaged. And you can't ask for anything more than that superhero movie. But I noticed about the new superhero movies like Avengers, you make it 3.5 hours long, and you can trim the fat off that motherfucker by about an hour if you want to, because there's so much filler stuff in it. It gets a little stupid. It just gets to the point where like, let's get to the freaking action already. But no, Batman was good from A to Z. It just kept me engaged, and that's all I could ask for a movie. Somebody here said that they put the movie on to fall asleep because they've seen it so much. And I do the exact same thing with movies. A movie that, I've seen so many times, I throw it on because you watch it and you fall asleep to it rather than something you've never seen before. But no, that's what I liked about the movie. It kept me very engaged, pretty much. Not to mention all the things that
If I put something on that I've never seen before, I'll never fall asleep because I'll get sucked in.
Exactly. And it sucks when you do fall asleep because it's hard to get back to it. It's like, oh God, I fell asleep to Jungle Cruise 3 times, and I still have to finish it.
When you're not up for about like 5 or 10 minutes, you're like, oh shit, and you have to go back that 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Darius.
I like the tone of the movie. Like I mentioned earlier, the seriousness of it and the sort of the dark noir feeling of it. But I also like the sense of humor that they take with the Joker, where he's kind of goofy, and he's very sarcastic, but he's also clearly psychotic. He's a very dangerous man.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did. They did play. They did play to.
He's psychotic before he's even Joker too. So
They did
yeah.
play. They did play to Michael Keaton's comedic origin roots in his early acting days. In some of his scenes too.
Like Mr. Mom and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, like that, but like, what was the one where he played the? It was like that comedy with he played a gangster. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Johnny Dangerously.
Johnny Dangerously. That movie is hilarious. But they gave him like a couple of good scenes where he was able to kind of tap into that, like during his Bruce Wayne scenes, like where he goes to tell her that he's Bruce Wayne and she walks away and then he just standing there mouthing it. You know what I mean? Like just little nuances of something that you can kind of giggle at because like Michael Keaton is a funny motherfucker if he wants to be.
Anthony, do you know the reason why Michael Keaton never continued after part 2? Was it creative differences or something? Or
Because Burton wasn't coming back.
oh, because Burton wasn't coming back. Okay, he knew it was probably gonna be a disaster, and he was right. those other two are total train wreck. Mr. Freeze.
No, he was going to do number 3, but like it wouldn't have been probably the campy stuff. But that's why.
yeah, he was also going to do that failed Nicolas Cage Superman. So
Well, oh my God.
Mikey is the
Slasher.
real life Bob the Goon.
Hey, Slasher, don't
Goon?
ever mention
I'll
that
take that
again.
as a compliment.
That's what Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective said. Is Mikey is the real life Bob the Goon, minus the little
I'm
purple.
gonna do
jacket.
Gordon right here. I'm gonna do Gordon.
Yeah, he was he was he was gonna do 3, but when the studio turned around to Burton and said we're gonna go in a different direction because people said that the last one was too dark, Burton was like, well then I'm not gonna do it, and they kind of they had I think from what I can understand an amicable parting of the ways. I think that's when Keaton was like, well if he's not doing it, I'm not doing it.
Gotcha.
but yet they still had Tim Burton on the hook for that fucking Superman Nicolas Cage one. Yet he was still going to work with Warner Brothers to do that fucking movie.
Right. It would have been dark then,
but
maybe.
No, but apparently, like Tim Burton went in and that, and he said after 10 minutes, he realised that they didn't want him to make the film because they were saying to him apparently, "Are you sure you want to make Batman 3? Do you want to make something else?" And that, and he was saying, "No, I'll make it." And that, and apparently, like I think when they said about, "Oh, but we have to make it real campy and that and more kid friendly," that's when he was like, "Oh no, because I do like."
Do you think that they catered to the masses because people started getting pissed off, like McDonald's, that it was too dark, so they said, "Let's make it a little more." That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what destroyed it. I mean,
Well,
Yeah,
as you were saying earlier,
oh, okay.
as you were saying earlier, movies like that were about selling toys.
Right.
I mean, like in
Yeah, well,
80s
and Happy
into
Meal.
like the early 90s, movies were movies like this that could be somewhat catered to kids. Although I still don't think this Batman was really catered to
Well,
kids.
with those third and fourth Batman movies, the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, when he took over for Tim Burton, Kenner Toys had a huge say in what was shown on screen.
Oh boy, did they get the script? They had to finalize it.
But so did Schumacher. Schumacher that neon and everything. That's all Schumacher.
But the vehicles, everything, what every character looked like, and all the vehicles, that was all Kenner. It was all
They're
Kenner
on
Toys.
Twitch.
All right, guys, give me a moment. I got
Hey, what's
rated
up?
on Twitch.
Wolfpack
Anthony,
rated.
Mary, thank you very much. Yeah, I got rated. I appreciate it. Great to see all of you. I hope you hang out for a moment and catch up on the conversation. We're talking about 1989, Michael Keaton's Batman. Possibly one of the greatest movies I've ever seen, next to other franchises.
I still think it's the best Batman, which we've already kind of covered that.
Yeah.
I still think it's the best Batman. To me,
All right,
personally.
Darius, did you have anything else, that you liked about the movie?
No, I think I went over what I like about it.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Now here, I got the easy question coming next, because everybody's probably going to say the same shit. Okay, slasher. Was there anything about the movie you did not like?
Batman's targeting system in the Batwing sucks balls because he had the Joker dead to rights. He had the Joker dead to rights in the goddamn targeting system in the Nightwing, the Batwing. He had the part that it literally showed a target around the Joker's goddamn face. He fires a bunch of goddamn missiles and is shooting machine gun fire at him at the same time. Completely misses.
It's like stormtroopers. It's like stormtroopers in Star Wars.
I was like,
Oh wow!
Also, when we were watching the movie and this was brought up, what did you say, Han? What did you say his targeting system was?
Oh,
The
it was-
optometrist
Yeah,
thing?
it's like the thing they put on you at the optometrist where they're trying to do your
Optometrist, yeah.
prescription. That's what it looked like.
He was taking an eye test, and he needed glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. All right. What
Agreed,
else?
Anthony. Agreed.
He's
What else
that's
was
Andrew. You keep calling him
Andrew.
Anthony.
Well, you both those A names. It's kind of hard. My bad. Sorry,
What else?
sorry,
Hello,
Andrew.
and Mary. I'm not on Twitch's
Angry
chat.
Vader, what's up? How you doing, Angry Vader? Sorry, sorry, Andrew. Fuck, I about did it again. Thank you, Anthony, for correcting me on that. I really hate looking like a fool. What else? What else, Sasha?
All right. Even in all four of those movies, that dude who plays Commissioner Gordon is useless. In all four of those movies, even though this is my favorite Batman movie, that they have the most useless Commissioner Gordon.
Well, weren't they trying to go from the old school style of Gordon, where he was just like goofy and shit?
Well,
no.
all right, but I'm just saying, like,
Right.
Not-
Yeah, he was
it's
useless,
not-
right?
yeah, compared
The
to
best scene he had was in the in the Wayne Manor party when the cop comes over to him and he's like,
yeah, and he has to tell him, he gives him the scoop on Eckhart.
yeah, and he's like, who's running it? And he goes, Eckhart. And he's like, oh.
Jeez.
So you knew he knew that Eckhart's a shitty cop. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what I'm wondering
Right.
too, man.
Yeah.
How is the
Yeah.
commissioner totally cool with this fucking obvious crooked guy? Like, why has Eckhart not been fired? Like,
Oh, he
he's
got
on
fired,
Grisham's
all right.
payroll.
Right.
but if the commissioner knows about it, come on.
My favorite
Well,
goofy
it's the same
commissioner
thing.
part. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this. It's the same thing like in any other, like in the Batman comics, or like even in like the Nolan movies. Even though he knows about it, he has to pick his battles. You know, you fire Grisham's top cop, or whoever the mob boss is at the time. You know, like you're gonna bring down a war on the police department. You know,
Right.
Okay, all right. I have one more thing to say about what I didn't like about.
but I
the movie.
agree. He was a shitty. He was a
didn't have
shitty
the-
useless part of the
useless.
movie.
He's
Well, wait, yeah, on the table, did they have who was the
In
two
all
mob
four-
bosses?
In all four of those movies, he's useless. Remember, Poison Ivy fucking blows the smoke in his face in that last one. Like,
Oh, he was worse than that. They were all
He's
worse.
garbage.
The
He's
reporter
garbage.
chick was worse.
yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, all right.
Okay.
The last thing I have to say about it is, how the fuck does he end up launching the Batwing out of Wayne Manor? We didn't see him take off in the Batwing at all.
But so what? We just don't know how it happened.
I know. No, I'm just wondering
I think he
how.
was
it-
driving
I'm-
magic.
I think he
I'm
drives
wondering
that.
how it
He took the same route as the Batmobile would go, right into the woods and out.
No,
Right.
that's not gonna work.
Right.
The same. That's not gonna work the same.
Or maybe there was more of a vertical launching system away from the house that we just didn't see.
All right, like
Yeah, we just didn't see it.
like,
That's nothing
I mean,
to
if-
hate.
if there's like
Yeah.
if there's some sort of launching pad off the top of Wayne Manor, I'll be like, yeah, that's cool.
No, I don't
Y'all
think it was on the top of Wayne Manor. I think it was underground. Imagine like the nuclear missile silos with the shit that opens up at the top.
Right.
Well, the
away
bat
from,
the
away from
the
the house, and it
Batmobile
like
was
opens
way more-
up and
the Batmobile was way more hardcore than the Batwing. Is that Batmobile?
oh yeah,
Got taken
The
down by
Batmobile
a revolver.
yeah.
The
which-
Batmobile can go into a goddamn factory, drop a bunch of grenades, blow up those grenades, and come out like
Hey,
just perfect.
But
It's-
he got rid of those balloons.
Yeah.
So
And it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
but-
All right, the Batwing
Yeah.
did get rid of the balloon.
that's the one
Batwing
thing it
did
did.
get rid of the balloon.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rid of the balloons.
There you
Keep
go.
it slow.
luckily
Han-
he put
Han
the
was saying
super
that too.
random cutting thing on the front of it.
Yeah,
I like
Han
to
was
think-
saying that too. I was like,
I like-
it's a very specific thing.
I like to think that what you call it like Han was saying with like the tennis courts on on the property of Wayne Manor opened up and the Batwing came out.
And
you
it
know
just
what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Kronos has a
He
valid
buried
question.
somewhere.
No,
Kronos
doesn't
won.
have to make.
Seriously.
Yes,
No,
everything has to make sense.
I'm like
Especially for
Anthony.
this movie.
I see like the
No, it's
swimming
like this-
pool or the tennis courts opening up, and that thing just
This
like
ain't X-Men.
comes out the top. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
Kronos,
Yeah.
this was also a portion of the question round for discussing the movie.
Well, it was somewhere because the scene before you see him in the Batwing, he's buried somewhere in the Batmobile to get to the Batwing, I think. And so, yeah, it's somewhere in the grounds, but them grounds will be big, won't they?
Also, why did he boot that first mugger through the door when he wasn't the one who pulled on the gun on the kid? That's another thing
Well,
I
you-
wonder about.
Okay, you're like Cisco and Ebert now
Well,
with
you
this quiet.
got to get in there,
Let
aren't
that
you?
dude lions.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
got to get in there,
Yeah.
aren't you?
I do agree with you.
Yeah, you
on
don't care.
All right. All right,
But I
Jens.
love the movie. I love the movie.
Okay.
Overall, love the movie.
All right, Jens. Anything you didn't like about it?
Yeah, the ending with the joke where he gets punched off, and then Batman and Vicky Vale look over, and then the Joker grabs them and pulls them over. That bit, I think, might have been rushed in that the end, but then it leads to the great sort of bit where Batman fucking shoots his grapple hook to get like a stone statue
Right. Right.
caught between the Joker's leg. Well,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And they land like
And-
right before the bottom. I mean, they stop.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And-
So not, really not all that much, though, right?
Not much. Not much.
No.
You know, because
It's
right now
semantics.
what we're doing,
We're nitpicking.
from what
Nitpicking.
I'm hearing, yeah, you're just nitpicking right now. You,
Yeah.
you really have to dig to find something wrong with this movie.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Um,
the one thing I didn't like, and this is probably just from reading the comics, and I think it was just to me it seemed too
murdering?
easy.
Was it the murdering?
No. This to
No.
me it seemed too easy, but I can see why they went in this direction. But to have the Joker be the one to kill his parents, kind of
Yeah, that was lame too. Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah.
lame too.
Oh, you're
That's
saying
what I
like.
was gonna say.
All
Too
right, right, right.
convenient.
I thought
Too convenient.
it made more. It made it more of a one-off movie, though, just in case he didn't get a number 2. I thought. they
Also,
did that.
the
Yeah, good
Joker
point.
was always nameless in the comic books. The Joker was one of the few Batman
shit, I
villains
knew it.
that didn't have.
shit! I'm sorry, I didn't.
Joker didn't have a name.
I'm sorry. Fuck. Sorry, I'm a little upset with the GOP right now. Sorry,
Oh.
It's fine.
the Republican Party.
It's fine.
The Joker was
The
nameless
grand old
in
party.
comic books. When I started reading Batman comics, the Joker was one of the very few Batman villains whose name wasn't known. He was just called the Joker.
Right.
Okay,
But
Slasher.
he still is, and the only time they ever even gave a name was
This and
it-
Arthur Fleck.
Killing Joke. Arthur Fleck comes from the Killing Joke.
They didn't even say
Uh,
his name in the Killing Joke, though. If you read the Killing Joke, a name
Didn't
is not
they?
sent to him at all. A name.
I
is
thought they
not
at least
sent
gave a
to him at
first name. They didn't give a
Nope.
first name.
all. No, nope. Not a single name of his is mentioned in the Killing Joke.
Okay.
Mm.
But in
Slasher.
Batman White Knight, they gave him the name of Jack Napier.
Yeah,
Yes.
but wasn't that way after the Batman
Yes.
White Knight was like decades after the movie came out, right?
Right.
Yes. Yeah. I think that was just like a head nod to the movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Slasher. This comment on the screen is for you.
Because Bruce Wayne is a Time Lord and Wayne Manor. Okay.
Throughout the Doctor Who. Thank you, Generation Productions, for the Doctor Who.
I know
reference.
jack shit about Doctor Who, so
Oh, I love
It's all good. It's all good.
I know that
But,
it's British. I know that it's British. That's as much as I know about it.
All right. Did you have anything else, Anthony?
No, that was it. Just like I said, it just seemed way too easy of an out. But I kind of see why they would go that route, because for the movie purposes, like to make it more climactic at the end, like to have it be that like it's the same guy who killed his parents, and you made me, I made you. That whole interaction, you know what I mean? Like I get why they did it.
More of a purpose.
You made me first.
Yeah,
You
but so yeah, it's not a big problem for me, but like I was just like, oh man, Joe Chill killed his parents. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Han.
I disliked two things about the movie. One has kind of already been mentioned. It was the way that the Batwing was a piece of shit, and it was somehow taken down by one shot from a, we'll just say 357 Magnum 30
Long nose.
revolver with a comically long barrel in one shot took it
Comically.
down, and you're like the Batmobile was awesome. Why was the Batwing such a piece of shit? And
Look, Trap.
my
And that's, he was firing at him the whole time, and he was just standing there like this. Right.
and my other thing I didn't like about the movie was the way that Bob the Goon was treated, because obviously,
Yeah, Bob the Goon.
obviously he was the
I feel
Joker's
for
bottom bitch. He was
His
the
number one
Joker's
guy.
bottom bitch.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bob the Goon. By
And
the way.
at the end, he just randomly is like, and just shoots Bob the Goon after
By
Bob
the
the
way,
Goon was
yeah,
like
by
by
the
his
way,
side
Loyal.
for the whole thing.
By the way, Han,
Well, Bob-
Toy Biz made a Bob the Goon figure. Han,
Did they really?
Kenner
yeah,
did
yeah.
not. Kenner did not, but Toy
Did he
Biz
have-
did.
Did he have the cool purple?
Yeah, he had a
jacket?
little Joker sticker, and he had a little Joker symbol sticker on this fucking
Trap.
jacket.
What's up, brother?
Bob the Goon, though, did let Batman escape with the Joker's balloons, which just fucked his main plan up. So I can see where the Joker was coming from.
By the way, Bob the Goon was also the thief asshole in Conan the Destroyer.
The
The
only
one who
thing
would
that
the one who would
Yeah,
stab
yeah.
dead bodies
Number-
and rob people.
yeah.
the only thing that
Yeah,
worked
yeah, number Joker.
properly on the Batwing was the super random "why would it be there" cable cutter thing that for some reason was
Right.
he had rockets and like Gatling
That's
guns.
why it
and
was
at
made the
some-
Batwing,
Yeah, but-
for balloon transportation.
Apparently it was.
No, but that
At
is-
some point,
Yeah,
it's
but-
like, yeah, we got missiles and Gatling guns. What else?
Because that's all they did with that thing was
Yeah,
balloon
yeah, but yet
transportation.
the cable
Moira.
cutter is the thing that works the best. the
Moira,
cable cutter
Moira.
works better.
He's always got the gadgets. for
Did
the
you
right
just
job.
type something in the chat?
Yes, I did, because I'm responding to Kronos telling me I'll be okay, and I'm like, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, no. I just saw my name. I just happened to look down. I
Well,
saw my
that's
name
what
pop
it's
up
coming up as
on
I type. It was me.
on Twitch. I'm like, I didn't
well,
type that. What
because
the hell?
you have it doing double work.
Okay.
That's why. Sorry.
Yeah. It just freaked me out. Sorry, I wasn't. I just wanted to make sure, because I was about to say, oh shit, someone hacked my damn Twitch account. Because I didn't type that shit. But it's okay. It's all right. It's fine. Anything else on? Continue on.
No, that was my two main issues, was how shitty the Batwing was and how it somehow got took down by a comically long-barreled 357 Magnum with one shot. And
Yeah.
rest in peace, Bob the Goon.
All right, Mikey.
Love you, Bob.
Well, look, JJ, you know me. I'm a very simple guy. I can't find anything that I really didn't like about the movie, but if I had to like nitpick, I would say more Jack Palance. Also, what I also it didn't give me that moment, like, you know, like in other words, Batman was never in any serious trouble in this movie. Like, they never captured him, like where he had to escape. Kinda, he wasn't really in any
What are you
serious.
talking about?
You're talking about this.
Dude,
Just when he got
He's-
shot with the thing in the house.
he's eating
But
character
still.
the Joker as Bruce Wayne. What are you talking about?
I understand what you're
He's
saying, but he was never captured to the point where he had to make a comeback.
But
And look,
but he was still in danger.
no, okay,
Well,
fine.
well,
I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Again, I'm
well,
nitpicking here.
You're talking
What-
more
what-
about
yeah,
like
what about
the
Like
TV
the Dark Knight
shows.
Rises when he gets taken out again,
Okay.
he has to try to make a. But in all these superhero movies, there's always a point where they go down. You're like, oh, how are they gonna get out of this one? And then something happens or some bullshit. But for the most part, he
What
was in
about
control the
where-
whole movie.
He got Vicky
Yeah, first of
Vale.
all,
Well, yeah, no, that
What I
happened
didn't
to
like
him.
about that, what I didn't like about that scene in House
He has to
was
drop
that he
down.
didn't fight as Bruce Wayne. He
No,
just kinda-
Mike. Okay, here's one of him as Batman getting shot down in the goddamn Batwing, and then having to go up
Again,
every
and I
stair,
remember that scene.
and
I
having
thought
to
good
go
about
up-
that.
and then
But that
having
wasn't
to go
any
up
serious trouble.
But then having to
Well-
that wasn't serious trouble. Okay,
I
but
guess
anyway,
at the end. Okay, at the end. You're right. I'm
Going
sorry. So I
up
have
the-
nothing. I got nothing. I
He
have no-
goes up the stair. He goes up the stairs of the fucking cathedral, and the
You're
Joker
right, you're right.
melts the fucking bell tower.
That
Like,
was
so
the
it's
battle at the end. So whatever. Okay, fine. I got you.
insane. He was in.
I understand this is the number 2 movie to RoboCop.
There's that
No.
bit where he drops down and all because Vicky Vale's too heavy when he's got the cable. like,
You're not 108.
Yeah, you lied about
Yeah,
He
your
was
yeah.
weight.
lying. She
Yeah.
was
You
lying.
lied about your weight.
Good to see you, Darth Haster.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in,
that
man.
bit where,
Always.
where he's,
What's up, Darth?
he's not in much danger, but he could get fucked up because they shoot him, don't they? But luckily enough, they shoot him in his arm instead of right in his face, or in
Yeah.
his chin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or they shoot him in his chest or stomach or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got shot quite a bit. That first junkie on the roof shoots him like fucking what, 4 times, 5 times?
Yeah, it's quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets shot with no problem, but if somebody punches him in the gut, it's all over. But no, I'm just nitpicking. But I liked it.
Okay.
I can't find
Alright.
anything. I really can't find anything. Like I said, I liked it. It was
Well,
you
no,
know,
no. I asked you, was there anything you didn't like about the movie? If you
Right,
can't
I didn't
think of
like,
nothing, then that's
I
cool.
really can't-
Yeah, that's
no,
cool.
I can't think of anything now.
All right, Darius.
What did I not like about the movie? Yeah, I would agree. The only thing I really didn't like about the movie was the origin of the Joker. Just giving him an origin at all, giving him a name, and then tying it into the death of the Waynes. And I don't know how I felt about him being a gangster before he becomes the Joker, because then that means that he was already a criminal before he became the Joker. And even as a kid, I felt like that kind of undermined the transformation into the Joker. But it doesn't ruin the movie for me. And yeah, that's probably the only thing that I really didn't like about it.
Because it's like in the
Okay.
Killing Joke, he's forced into being a criminal in the Killing
Right.
Joke.
Well, yeah, but the Red Hood thing was always there. Like Killing Joke just took it one step further and made him
Yeah.
forced to do it.
It was
So
post-crisis DC.
Yeah. But I mean,
Right, but he was like a petty criminal.
right, yeah, he wasn't a gang. He wasn't like a made man in a crime family.
He was-
Yeah,
Right. He wasn't like
Yeah.
an evil dude, unless it was buried deep within, and the transformation into the Joker just turned him inside out.
right.
yeah, well,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
yeah, well, like, yeah, in like the thingy where he's the Red Hood and that, he does sort of like get pissed off that Batman, like in the 1989 film, is he got turned into the Joker through Batman, and so he wants to get revenge on him, doesn't he? Because he sees him as like,
Oh yeah, him getting knocked into the chemicals was correct. Yeah, him
That-
getting knocked off the Legends of the Chemicals. Yeah.
Yeah, from that point on is the true Joker. Yeah, but from before he falls into the chemicals, it's totally not anything from the comics. Yeah.
yeah. I didn't mind it though because it did make the Joker seem more sort of nasty, and so when he does get killed at the end, spoilers. Yeah, you know.
Spoilers, yeah, 3 decades.
For this 1989 movie, sorry folks.
Too
You never
soon,
know.
too soon,
You
dude.
never know. Yeah.
What
Okay.
did you do right? Yeah, what
Well,
did you do right now?
I'll say this. I'll say this. The only thing that saved the whole him being a gangster,
It was to save time.
No, the only thing that saved it for me was the fact that it was Jack Nicholson playing it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jack Nicholson as the gangster, playing that gangster role. Like when she goes over and says, "You look fine," and he's like, "I didn't ask," and then he just looks at her hand like, "Get that shit off me!" Yeah,
He looks at her head disgusted.
Yeah.
He's disgusted.
And
like only Jack could pull that off. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have two quick questions. The first question is: at the table where all those mafia guys were the two main mafia guys supposed to be at that table? Do you remember their names? What was it, Maroni, and the other one? Because they weren't in this either.
Well, all right. Well, the first one he kills him is with the joy buzzer, and
Right.
the second dude is the feather to the neck.
Oh, okay. And my second question is: was Heath Ledger? I know because he passed away. Was he the first one to ever win
you're
an Academy
talking about-
Award
you're
for a
talking-
superhero movie?
I
Heath
think
Ledger?
so.
Because
I
a lot
think
of
so.
people thought that maybe Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. should have got it a while ago, but they don't really give it to them. And Heath Ledger got it because I'm not saying because look,
Unless
I'm
you
not saying-
die.
right?
Yeah,
I
unless
mean,
you
yeah,
die,
you
you're
know,
gonna.
Yeah, but to answer your first question, I don't think those were
no, they were
Maroni
just
and
right. Who's the other one?
well, yeah, what
I
was
can't
the
remember
other
the
guy's name?
Falcone.
Falcone.
Falcone. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I don't think they were in it. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Jack,
I've got all right.
so he
My last
played a
question.
good part.
My last question for tonight is very simple. Giving this movie a grade. Now, what I'm looking for is A, B, C, D, or F. Slasher.
A+.
Okay. All right. Jens.
I'd go for A minus.
Okay. Anthony.
We're doing pluses and minuses.
Yeah, don't mind.
I'll give it an A.
Okay. All right. Han.
Yeah, I'd give it an A.
Mikey.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A. Also, I mean, you know, yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Darius.
I give it an A.
he got the harmonizer. All
The only
talking
reason
like,
I don't give it the only reason I don't give it an A plus is just because of the continuity issues, like I mentioned. But it is a very well made film. It has a
See,
great
despite
tone,
the
great music.
Despite the continuity issues, I still give it an A+.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
Darius, was that
And-
the voice from the RoboCop? The other robot they made in RoboCop? What voice was that?
Oh
No,
no,
you're
it's
thinking of Ed 209, bro.
Oh, okay.
yeah. No, it's just a free voice I got in a pack earlier today.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Okay.
All right. And me personally, I agree with all of you. I believe the movie is a strong A for what it is.
What is Moira's grade on this movie? If she
Triple
unmutes
A.
herself.
Triple A.
If she
No.
unmutes
He's
herself.
pro-
Yeah, I'll change mine.
Oh, yeah, we
Sorry.
gave it.
Sorry.
Oh, it seems like everyone's giving it an
Yeah,
A.
I'm
yeah.
gonna
now.
like
like
a
Take
B
it
minus because nothing beats Christian Bale. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah,
Right
but
now,
when I look
if you ask
at
me,
I agree
I
with you,
met,
Barbara.
I met the chairman of. I met the
Well,
chairman of the GOP a few days ago and gave him my card because he seems very disappointed in our current governor. And what do I see tonight? I see that somebody in that group posted a picture of Dr. Sherwood and said, "Guess who? Who's going to be running against our current governor?" I'm like, excuse me? That's not a picture of me. And so I have left a voicemail at Bennett's office to call me at his earliest convenience. I'm highly annoyed.
Are
They
you
like,
on
to
the?
they like to have women as political groupies, but they don't actually, try to put them in any position of use.
Oh,
They want to keep up with their inner circle of guys.
That's a good name.
Some
Political
of the shit they're
groupies.
saying about Republicans might be pretty fucking true, but more than I realized.
You're saying
That's
Liz
pretty
Cheney's
sad
a
because I am
political groupie.
Republican.
Okay.
Oh, they're glad when they have their very overly thin women, cutely dressed, as their little arm candy when they go places, but I never see them actually speak.
Yeah,
So
I'm feeling. I mean, just I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start
So
some shit.
the vote for governor is not till November 8th of next year, right?
Right. But I'm still
Okay.
pissed off. I was at
Yeah, yeah.
this rally. I even got my picture. I even had a selfie and a conversation with the GOP chairman. I gave him my card. The motherfucker didn't bother to contact me. He gets one of his friends who looks like he's been in a tanning booth too long. He's gonna turn into a fucking leather wallet. You fucking kidding me?
And I believe
What?
you would do a good job given the power to run the state. I think you would do a good job. You want what's best for people. What would be your slogan?
I don't know if saying let's clean this shit up is a good one.
Let's clean this shit up. I
Oh,
like
Chuck
it.
Norris is gonna kick your ass.
Friends to Bennett and Laymeyer.
Okay.
Sorry, so somebody in my messages wanted to know who is that guy. I'm like, right? So I was
Which-
explaining who he is.
Who, your
One of my
current
friends.
governor, the one who took a picture of himself in front of that billboard and he was grilling meat in front of the
Yes,
veterinary.
that's who I'm trying to replace. That is him.
Yeah.
That is him exactly. Because he was trying to troll the PETA, which
Yeah.
is fine, but I personally would have used all that fancy food to feed like hungry veterans and homeless people, so I could
Right.
at least troll with class. No, he was feeding his rich ass friends, and it was so perfect because he was being interviewed by the news with a billboard behind him, and right
Right.
above his head says
Yeah.
meathead.
Yeah, he was.
Perfect.
Yeah. He was being. He was trying to start some trouble there. But I'm sure you're for. It doesn't matter if you're a vegan, vegetarian, a meat eater. It's all good to you as long as you're a good person, right?
Although some might debate whether or not someone's a good person because they eat animals, but nonetheless,
Wow.
I feel highly annoyed because I have handed out my cards to a whole bunch of these people before, and they're suddenly like, oh hey, we suddenly have someone run against it. I'm like, bitch, excuse me. What do you mean suddenly you have someone to run against it? Excuse me.
That's messed up. You should have
Yeah.
all your little kittens bombard his ass with emails.
I don't have a whole lot of kittens, unfortunately, and I can't technically tell the GOP they can't have a candidate.
Did you say kittens?
Kittens.
Kittens. Well,
Well,
Beyonce
no.
has a beehive. Taylor Swift has the Swifties. You like Justin Bieber. They got the Believers.
All right,
So-
okay, Mike. That's
All right, guys.
The only thing I
I'm
have that
getting-
might help me is the fact that might be supported by Bennett, and Bennett has been catching shit in the news and from other people for comparing vaccine mandates to the Holocaust.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Hey.
now we're getting that. All right, Moira. I'm sorry. Now
I'm
we
just
get into
explaining that is what
now that we get
GOP
into the
Bennett is
H
known for
talk.
right now.
now that
Good night,
we get
everybody.
into the H talk. Yeah. So JJ.
Yeah,
The nice is
we're
getting
way past-
started.
Hey,
Okay,
so let
right
me
past
come
Yeah.
that, man.
Hey,
tonight.
hey. Hang on. No. We are coming up on 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is about an hour longer than I wanted to go, but we had a good conversation. Great people in the chat. I appreciate everybody that came in on the panel. Thank you, all you guys, for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Anthony, thank you for coming in. Don't get to see you much anymore. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, man. What I'm going to do real quick, even if you don't have a channel, go around, tell the people a little bit about yourselves real quick. Slasher, go ahead. Start, please.
Twitter, YouTube. I'll be back maybe sometime this weekend, doing my own thing on YouTube. That's about it. I have a lot of stuff that I want to say to get off my chest. So yeah. So I'm saving it up. I've been saving it up the whole month.
Save that shit up.
Okay. And also, real quick, before I jump to Moira, it's your pick, man. What are we doing next week?
Oh, it's my turn now.
Starship
Yeah.
Troopers.
I'll let you know later because I made a couple posters. I made a couple fucking thumbnails. So I'll let you
Okay,
know
cool.
within the coming days.
All right, man.
One
Cool.
more.
Cool. All right, Moira, a little bit about yourself.
There is not a hell of a lot about me. There's about to be a mess of candidates in Oklahoma, so I'm trying to do that. I'm hoping I'll be, not in trouble with TikTok anymore because they decided to not let me upload videos again.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Stop showing the side boob.
Every once in a while, I'll live stream if something interesting is going on. So there's never any warning. There isn't.
Just whenever it happens, it happens.
Yeah, the majority of the time you will find me hanging out with our host here, or Slasher. Sometimes Jens, Darius. These guys you see. I'll pretty much not be hanging out with them.
Saw you on the soup last night.
Channel hopping.
Yeah. Saw you on the soup, Trader.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, I was on the soup this morning. That's right. He was nice enough to let me chill out there, chat little, and then go to sleep. Very nice of him.
Okay. Jens, man, where can we find you at?
Yeah, I've got a channel, Jens Peder. Blue Tack Baby Yoda might be better off sometimes to get onto my channel where I did a Baby Yoda for Blue Tack, and I'm on Twitter at 27A Jens Pedersen. And as Maury was saying, I do some live streams and that where JJ, Sasha, and Maura and Darius has been on and that, and I've other guests on and all who wants to come on and that. Just I've given DMs and that, and that's it. Cheers, JJ, for having us on and that.
Yeah, man. Thank you for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Anthony, your turn.
Hey, down here.
My turn, huh? I'm Anthony. You can find me here at Dark Give Comics Presents. I talk about mostly indie comics and music, some other pop culture, and stuff like that. I've got a book on Indiegogo called Hunting Alice, Book 1. It's a graphic novel. It's in demand right now, so you can check that out. And follow me on Twitter at Dark Give Comics. That's basically it.
Awesome.
I'll do that right now.
Awesome. Pimp your shit, Han.
Hey everybody, I'm Honstar, youtube.com/Honstar. Do fun weekly live streams. We do Jackbox Game Night, Name That Tune. You can sometimes find me here on JJ's Random Movie Reviews. You can also find me on Rambling Canucks channel. He does a weekly pre-recorded video called What If, where we talk about things in history and what if things had happened differently. And pretty soon, I pretty much have the setup all set up. I'm going to start doing a weekly live stream playing classic NES games horribly because I haven't played the NES in so long. I suck at it really bad.
That sounds awesome, though.
It'll be funny to watch me play like Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that I haven't played.
JJ knows I love seeing some old school shit video games.
It'll be all cool. Old school NES games, and you can watch a middle-aged man that hasn't played NES games in forever suck really bad at it.
Hey, man, it's games. You're supposed to have fun doing it. Suck or not, man. You having fun? That's the point. I mean, that's coming from a gamer.
You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at HonstarYT.
Awesome. Mikey, I know you ain't got no shit, but just say
I got
something.
nothing going on. I'll pass it right over to Darius. But thank you.
Which Darius needs work on his spiel. He's about to be launching a channel soon, hopefully.
Oh, nice. Darius?
Yeah, because when it's
Darius, you got the floor.
Dream.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
You just made Slasher cream in his pants with that.
We killed you, man. We killed you.
Don't get over, creep.
And with that being said, everyone, I thank everybody on the panel for showing up. Everybody in the chat, you guys were awesome tonight. Thank you for coming in. And all right, everybody, say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Hey,
night.
everybody.
Good night. Good fight.
Prepare ship for light speed.
No, light speed is too slow.
Light speed too slow?
Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed. Fuck all this. Ludicrous speed. Go!